Oh, nigga. I must have lost it. I said, did that nigga just tweet that he out for the season? I lost it. I was lifting weights, almost dropped that damn weight on my goddamn chest. I said, I know he ain't out for the whole season.
What was it, fake or something?
It's April Fool's today, so I didn't
yeah.
know
I've
that.
been seeing a lot of them weird ass tweets. Come on, that's the only thing I hate too about. I won't say I hate, but I'm just like, come on, when's the last time anybody ever made April Fool's relevant? And all of a sudden, I feel like this year there's all types of weird ass tweets and type shit. And I'd be like, man, that shit is cap. But I didn't think about it.
I was hot. I was like, I know I ain't read, but then I realized I was like, wait, today the first, huh? I'm like, because it was on ESPN, so I'm like, what?
And even ESPN, you know, that was all a PR move, nigga. Everybody was part of that joint. It was like, let's have some fun. Yeah, man. Let's be real, man. April Fool's is corny, man.
Anthony Davis got the 1970s fro out there, man.
I know. I see. Well, I didn't. I don't have the game up yet, but I remember the last game. The nigga had the sweater on and the glasses. There were so many memes on that joint. It was like I seen one where it was like, if you want to know how the Lakers season is doing, just look here. And it was like a picture of AD on the court. He was just like,
bro, I think they finally got a solid lineup, bro. They got Dwight at the 5, AD at the 4, Bron at the 3, Avery Bradley at the 2, Russ at the 1. I'm not mad at that lineup.
Why it take him so long though to
come up with that lineup?
We'll just finally give Dwight love. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like Frankie Vogel was doing Dwight dirty the whole entire season. I'm like, what took you so long to be like? Is it because he just has to have AD next to him where you trust him type shit?
Oh, okay. AD, he came out with the spin jumper already, boy. 2. I see.
You think he been healthy? Also, by the way, Black Goose TV family, y'all bear with your boy. I'm having all type of problems this week. This morning, I promise, I might have got food poison last night because my stomach has been effed up all day.
Dang, that's crazy you said that. I had a but anyway, yeah. Crazy.
Man, absolutely effed up, man. I'm still dealing with this shit. I just want that shit to go away, man. I don't even want to think about that joint.
How's your mouth doing?
Antibiotics finally kicked in yesterday. So it was better yesterday. And then today, obviously it's a little bit better today. It's basically just numb. So it's like I can't eat certain things. Like if I move my mouth a certain way type shit, it's kind of extra. But I can tell the antibiotics are kicking in. They're starting to get the infection out of there or whatever. Because I'm starting to do like regular things that I don't even realize I'm doing that I would do before, which is like kind of like when you heard me like earlier if I'm singing and I'm making the beat, you know, with the teeth. I wouldn't be able to do that before. It hurt too much type shit. And then I don't have to take as much ibuprofen. So I'm like, it's hitting, it's working. By the way, so y'all know, I don't need none of y'all, and none of y'all have. Y'all actually been real respectful. Y'all been supportive, hoping I get better. So I appreciate y'all, Black Goose family. But any of y'all trying to speculate, like, oh, this nigga don't take care of his teeth. It ain't got nothing to do with cavities. My wisdom teeth is already out. Since I was a little motherfucker, my bottom teeth been effed up. I have one particular tooth that always rolled on top of the other one's paws. And my mama always told me, let's go get that fixed. Let's go get that moved. I always said, nah, I want to keep it. It brings me character. Y'all don't know, man. J. Cole, when I was in middle school, that's when that nigga was dropping his summer nights, nigga. And I think it's smart. I'm capping. But for real, I just wanted to keep it because I was like, nigga, this gave me character type bullshit. But now I'm having, it basically caused me problems. So that's really what it is. That one tooth I got over here. No, it's that one. It's either this one or this one. I can't remember which one it is. It's that one where it's just kind of like all just away from it. It's weird because I'm looking at the camera, so it's like opposite. So it's like I can't remember which one it is. It's one of them joints though, because I got two like it. But you know, over time, you know, for me, doing dumb shit like making beats with my teeth and you know, doing jiu-jitsu and you know, sparring all that type of shit over a while, you know, I end up fucking with my other nerves, and that's what it is. So that's the I don't judge me. I'm a clean nigga. Don't got nothing to do. I keep my teeth white, keep my teeth right. So, but we gonna get that fixed. But yeah, anyways, the pain's gone, so that's all that matters, and I can talk. So
I knew he's gonna make that shit, man.
It was a struggle, but I'm about to pull up. By the way, y'all come up in here, man. Salute to the people. A little different Fluence in today, baby. It's a watch party. We're gonna be watching the return of LeBron and AD. To me, I feel like
yes, the white pass.
Because if they lose, these niggas is done.
It's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. AD is moving kind of good though. Like he's not moving like he was ever hurt. So that's a good
I feel like AD's been healthy for at least the last 2 weeks.
You feel so?
Yeah. They were just waiting for the right time to bring him back.
So they,
I think, in my opinion, they probably believe
that's good defense by Dwight. Oh, but boom that Bron. Ooh,
huh? Bron look like he moving different too, though.
I know he's talking about his ankles in super pain. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
There,
sprinting up and down the court type.
Bro, let's just be real, bro. These dudes got top of the line. Like, bro, I was at Division II college, and they had enough equipment for me to get back on the court. Like, I remember when I twisted my ankle, bro, I was back on the court in 3 days. Like, like I wasn't 100%, but I was moving. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, I only can imagine with them, they probably got 2 times better gear. Not saying, not coming at Division II stat, depending on the school, of course, but finish that, Brian. Oh, that's a foul. Oh, Brian don't. Okay. Because Brian get fouled, boy. You think the world for him.
I know. Or yeah, you finna act like something wrong. 80 over there trying to get swole up. 80, you ain't finna put hands on nobody, man. Chill out.
I know he probably get slapped like Chris.
What if niggas just like we just see like just a wave of niggas tired of being disrespected, motherfuckers just start getting slapped.
I know, just
like, nah, you ain't finna disrespect me. I seen what Will Smith did, nigga. Get the fuck out my face.
Facts. Just start. That's probably why a lot of people have been nervous. They like, I hope that. Dang, I ain't gonna lie. He fouled Bron. Like, he didn't even go for the ball. Like,
you can call it flagrant. That's corny.
Huh?
I said you can call flagrant for that. That's corny.
Well, if they don't call it flagrant for that, they called a flagrant 2 on Middleton last night. He didn't go necessarily for the ball, but he didn't like foul him to hurt him, if that makes sense. Dude just fell hard, and they gave him a flagrant 2 and ejected him. I'm thinking like, that's crazy.
They ejected him?
Yes, bro.
Oh, it was because of that screen right there. So it was payback. You seen that?
Oh, okay.
All right. That's basketball. At the same time, though, I'm just like, man, look. You 6'11", you know what I'm saying? 7 feet. It's not my fault you a skinny nigga. Put some muscle on, bro. I don't got no eye. Look, man, I ain't got like, you know, you a young gun, nigga, but get in the gym, man. That height's only gonna last so long, man. Get the weight room right.
I do want to say though, man. Remember the beginning of the week, I didn't even go to the gym Monday, and I was feeling like crap. Your boy did arms actually 3 times this week, and I hit the bench. Now it's crazy. People gonna be like, you just did the bench. I mean, just a plate, but I did the plate every time. No spot, no help, all the way through. 5 sets, 10 reps. Your boy getting there.
And end with your bitch ass niggas. Should never doubted me. Y'all bear with me today or tonight.
Oh, come on, Brian.
I've been watching.
He missing these free throws.
He always misses free throws. That ain't changed since Cleveland. But I've been watching Corey Holcomb all day, so I got that nigga spirit in me. Oh. I got that nigga. He probably got the funniest. It's so funny that this nigga's going viral right now because of his take on Jada, the whole situation. And like, I went to the
I didn't even see. I gotta watch the 5150 then.
Yeah, he says it's for us. It's nothing new. This nigga say the same. Like, he always talk about women the same ways. The cankerous and evil. He was like, this is what happens when you have an evil and cankerous in your life. It makes you do shit that you would never do. Like, come on now. What do you expect? You gonna sit in the front row of the Oscars with a bald head bitch? You think ain't no one gonna say nothing? This nigga is crazy. I'm like,
oh my god, he is he right though, because I'm like, if you go to a comedy show, that's what I remember. My mom was like, my daddy used to always be like, he don't like to be in the front of those comedy shows. He's like, because I don't want to be a part of the show. And they were like, what do you mean part of the show? But see, they didn't understand like what that meant though. So like, when you in the front, you is the show in the show. You know what I mean?
I will say this: the one thing I can't dispute, I'm like, I'm pretty sure if you go to a comedy club and you sit in the front, you're not going to be offended because you know what you're signing up for. If you're talking about these esteemed people with millions of dollars, I'm pretty sure they didn't expect, you know, one of the presenters or even the host to have an impromptu joke, you know, on your wife that obviously didn't fit the narrative. So it's like, that's where I'm like, okay, but at the same time, it's like, I do see Corey side, because I'm like, if Corey was a presenter,
oh, it'd have been a wrap. He'd have been on the whole front row.
Did you just sit in the front row with this bitch? And then he went on to, he roasted what was her name? The Black Panther chick that was behind Will Smith. The chick who, her. He was like, look, even she knew better than being up in there bald headed. The bitch had a wig on. She knew if she didn't put that thing on, he would have gotten on her too. I was like, this nigga's crazy. Hey, Corey, chill, bro.
I gotta watch. He had his show Tuesday.
What's today? It was Tuesday. But apparently it got censored or something, and so they got the censored version and then they got the uncensored version up.
Why he gets censored?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm like, you know, YouTube be acting up. So I think it may be it like cut it off for the live or something like that. Because I didn't watch it live. I watched it afterwards. Because I seen like, you know what I'm saying? He was going viral. I'm like, Corey going viral? His old ass. And then when I saw what he went viral for, I was like, man, he says this shit every week. He's been saying shit like this for the last 5 years. Now everybody
Is
want
it
to be
the
mad.
poison seeds at the Oscars?
Yeah.
Poison seeds at the Oscars too?
Yeah.
Oh, I see uncut. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Corey crazy like with us, that hat.
I know, but for us, like with Corey, like for us, it's like it's nothing new. But it's like and it's funny because on the original podcast, if you look at his comments, he has some new fans. They're like, "I never heard of you before, but you're absolutely right with what you're saying." Da da da. I'm like, it's funny. I'm like, y'all really ain't never heard of like y'all. I'm like, Corey talk like this about everything.
He been reckless,
and people trying to cancel him now. It's funny.
And he went on canceled. Then if that's the case,
I know. I'm like, Corey's been canceled. I'm like, and he went on Marcus's. Marcus, he went on his podcast, which is a good podcast. I watched the whole thing. He was hilarious on that joint. It was like, if you want to see Corey in like nigga 5150 fashion from like 4 years ago, go watch that podcast. Because I'm like, he killed it. That nigga was so funny, bro. But on the Marcus podcast, he went on it this Wednesday. I wasn't gonna watch it, but when I was at the gym, I was like, shit, why not? It ended up being, it was funny as hell. Corey was killing it the whole entire time because
when Grady and him and Zol used to be on the show, though, that shit used to be just two jokes, man.
Remember when Craig and Nate was on there too? It was
on God. Mama ain't no gay nigga.
I love it too. And Corey be talking about like, man, there's certain niggas that they just don't fuck with me no more. It was on the thing. I was like, I know Nate one of them dudes. I know Nate don't be trying to reach out to Corey like that. Even though Nate kind of makes it seem like it, but
fact.
Nate went a different route with his comedy. But anyways, check those out. That shit funny. Corey was killing it on Marcus's podcast. He was like in rare form. It had me the whole first hour I was laughing, dog. He was saying some of the most reckless shit, dog. I was like, this guy Corey, man. Yeah, he was reckless. And Marcus, he does the podcast with his mama. So Corey had them jokes. Every time his mama said something complimentary about Corey, he would do so. He'd be like, hey, he like, no, I'm just fucking with you, Marcus. You know what I'm saying? But after this show over, I'm gonna wash up in your tub, nigga, but I ain't gonna clean it.
Maybe Grady used to do that.
I think that's where he got it from, Lil Ball, when he was doing it, because that was the first time I ever see Corey doing that shit. But it was funny though. It had me rolling.
Yeah, Corey's jokes, man.
Yeah, me roll. But yeah, salute to him. But that nigga's take, he went viral because they trying to hate on my boy Corey, man. Salute to you. I'm still watching you, man. I support all 5150. I don't know what the word for it, but the people that come off it. That's why I do. I didn't like Marcus at first, to be honest with you. I feel like he tried a little bit too hard. Yeah, but he came into his own. Still though, my favorite from 5150 is Craig. Like regardless, Craig can easily be the next Corey. He may not be as funny as him, like stand-up wise and type shit, but how he thinks and type shit, I'm like, man, just make sure you keep that shit up, man. Don't stop that groove. I'm like, you got something for real going where you can be, legendary in your own right, and how your fans fuck with you type shit. I already know too. YouTube ain't gonna fuck with this stream because nigga, I ain't being censored none.
You crazy?
I'm not. Got too much Corey in me right now, and I got to watch for my food, y'all. Make sure when my food get here, I get it. I tried to be a little light today since my tummy hurting. Make sure it don't make me feel no way. How's everybody doing, man? Hopefully y'all Friday's going good, man. Y'all enjoying y'all Friday. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to the whole entire Black Goose family, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Y'all been showing nothing but love when it comes to the channel this year, man. We put it out there in the atmosphere, man. We said we finna have one of the biggest growths of a boxing channel in the year that you ever seen. And so far, y'all ain't doing nothing but showing love. So we appreciate y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and we ain't got nothing but good content coming for you. Tomorrow, I have no idea what fight happening tomorrow. I don't even think there's going to be any good fights happening tomorrow, if you want to be 100 with you. I really don't. I'm sure I'm going to look it up right now.
I don't know any fights neither.
I think there's pretty sure there's UFC because there's usually UFC every goddamn weekend. But we're going to start it off right next weekend because we got the Ryan Garcia fight. So after that, we're kind of just going crazy because we got a whole lot of good shit coming up. Oh no, okay. No, that's not this week. Okay. I was about to get excited. That's not this week. Wait, what is this for? ESPN? Because I'm gonna have to Ryan Garcia versus. To go is next weekend as well. Oh, I am on ESPN. That's why it's not showing it. But yeah, we got Triple G versus Murata next weekend as well. I forgot about that.
For real, it's about to go
Yeah,
up.
yeah. So I'm not tripping. Okay, I know it's right. We got Triple G versus Murata next weekend. Oh damn, we don't got no boxing this weekend, but we got Erickson Lubin versus
Good hit,
Fundora.
Bron.
We got Triple G versus Murata, and we got Ryan Garcia versus To Go. All that is next motherfucking weekend, but I don't think we'll see the Triple G Murata fight because that's over in Japan, and they're saying the estimated ring walk time is 5 a.m. So,
Damn.
yeah, we won't see that unfortunately, but it's starting, baby. We starting. I'm gonna definitely watch the Ryan Garcia fight. You already know what it is. Y'all niggas hate Ryan Garcia, man. And then the
They
weekend
just don't
after
like
that,
him
we
because
got
of how
Spence.
cocky he be.
I don't think he'd be cocky. At least I don't think.
That I'm just saying that's what people are saying. Like he's cocky. What type of pass is that, Bron? I swear, man, I hate these passes people be throwing.
We
That's
got a
a
lot of
good throw by
firefights though.
CJ. You said
After
what?
that weekend, I said after that weekend, the weekend after that, we got Spence versus Ugas, Connor Ben versus Van Heerden. So we got this is when it starts. And the weekend after that, we got Tyson Fury versus Dillian White.
That fight still on?
Yeah, that fight's not going there. Then the weekend after that, we got Shakira Stevenson versus Valdez. So we finna go in full swing. And the weekend after that, we got fucking Canelo versus Bivol. So we finna in the net. Like we got firefights coming on, and they should bless us with those because boxing you ain't done shit for us as of this year, other than a couple fights. But
No MMA? You ain't saying nothing about MMA.
I didn't even look. I haven't heard nothing big though when it comes to the UFC though. You know what I'm saying?
That's a shame. Let's see.
But like this year's been kind of slow for you. Oh well, there you go. This what happens. Well, this is actually for next week.
Alexander Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie.
Yeah, that's next
And
week.
then Peter Yan versus Aljamain Sterling. He said
So
that
we
he's
got some
gonna
fire shit in MMA too.
yeah, and
But
then you
that's
got
next
Gilbert
weekend. This
Burns
weekend we
versus
don't have anything though.
Chimiva.
So we're gonna have 3 weekends after this weekend is over. We're basically gonna have weekend after weekend after weekend of fire boxing fights and fire MMA fights. So we lit. We deserve it. My allergies. I don't know what's
You
going
think
on.
Peter Yan's gonna work Sterling again? Because Sterling says he's gonna have one of the best performances ever.
I don't see any
He's
reason why they
legendary.
didn't allow his coaching team to fly over from Russia. They only allowed him to. The US of A. Russia, not Russia, but the US of A. He said, yeah, Jan could come over, but not his team, which is weird because I'm like, Bivol is Russian and his whole team came over, but boxing is different. So boxing, like, nigga, we don't give a fuck. Let's get this money. I don't care.
Haters.
As long as we making money, ain't shit funny. But we got fire stuff coming up, man. I'm excited for that, Jimmy. How was your day though, bro? How was it's Friday up in this joint, you know what I'm saying? Impromptu podcast, by the way, y'all. I remember last time we you know what I'm saying, we did a podcast Friday. How was your Friday, bro?
It was solid. I mean, after Monday, I had like basically a productive week. Every day I've done something, got stuff done. Only thing I haven't done is my taxes. I don't know why I haven't done them yet.
Bro, I'm so happy you keep saying that because it reminds me. I keep telling myself, yeah, when the weekend come, I'm gonna get it done. And the weekend come and go, and I'll be like, I did not do that shit, but I got it for real. Do it because niggas got to make sure they do it by the 15th, and we don't, they coming for our ass. So,
I mean, I need to get my tax return too because I know I'm gonna give me some money back. They was whooping my checks last year. Well, maybe not you because you was the GOAT last year. So,
but it's like I don't got no like I made sure all my taxes got out, but I don't got no deductibles and no shit like that or any write-offs.
You was the GOAT, so that's what I'm saying. If anything, you'd be blessed to be zero at even.
Nah, I don't owe no money, nigga. They took everything out. There's no way I should owe money. I'm like, I should at least get like $300. Shit.
Well, it depends on how much you feel me. You was the GOAT, so it just depends how much of a GOAT you was last year.
No,
because this year I already know you already exceeding last year.
Yeah, but hopefully, praying to God, I'm gonna have a write-off. You know what I'm saying? By the way, salute the people.
Bro, you gotta start saving them receipts, bro.
So, no, I'm talking about
start
saving
them receipts for the for your when you go to work, bro.
No, I'm talking about for the crib.
Ooh, that's nasty, bro. Ooh,
I'm like, I can't really get no write-offs for where I work at, But
what I'm saying, when you do your taxes, you could just say that you was doing it for work. Like you've been traveling for work when you go to certain places and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not, but I'm not really. I'm not pressed for money to the point where I want it back, where I got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because I
I
don't
was
really
just
travel
saying
like
if you
that during
wanted to
work.
do it, I was just giving you an
No,
option. Ooh, CJ
I'm
got
not gonna do
4
that.
threes already, man.
I'm hoping not for the job. I'm hoping I get a, God willing, put in my first offer. I'm hoping I have a write off for a house. So that's what I'm praying for. I'll be able to do that for next year taxes, and I will be. I'm putting that already out there after because one of these motherfuckers is gonna take my offer. I don't care, and if they won't take my offer, hopefully I can get one to the crib. But I did put to the people. I did put in my first offer today, but I didn't go overboard with it because I didn't love the house. I liked it, but I didn't love it. So I only went like 193. I maybe only went like 13K over what they were asking. And people, which it seems like damn, but I'm like, I'm telling you, motherfuckers is paying 20K over 25K. It's ridiculous. If you're a buyer, this ain't the market for you. But I should get back like $300 at least. Ain't no way I should owe. I know I ain't gonna owe no money. And if I do owe any money, I'm not paying it. Fuck y'all. I'll let that shit.
All right, and they gonna come from your shit 3 years from now. You be like, why my money on my account? You gonna be hot.
Hey, soon I'm gonna start using this goddamn YouTube as a write off. Y'all keep helping the nigga out, man. Get 2 years, nigga. All this equipment because we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna keep upgrading everything. You know what I'm saying? Put so much goddamn money to it.
It's crazy. Bron really can, like, when he on, bro. He really making these jumpers, man.
I think also not only is when he's on, but I think it's when he feels like y'all got a chance to win. Because he knows, man, when he's playing certain teams, certain, personnel on the floor, it's like he knows, like, man, all right, we may have a chance, but once we get to this particular quarter, I know now we out of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we got AD back. You know what I'm saying? I took a couple games off. Like, okay.
It's just crazy because I'm like, I know AD's back and everything, but it just really shows how ineffective I feel like he just be on the court. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just not paying too attention like I should. But I'm like, I just feel like he's not. Like, like when Giannis on the court, you feel his presence. You know what I mean? Like, Embiid on the court, you feel his presence. Like, you can kind of just see it. Like, yeah, they feel it out there. Like I guess they feel his presence. I don't know. I just feel like he's just not aggressive. You know what I mean? Like, he's not like, give me the ball, and I don't care what they try to do. I'm going to score it.
But I feel like that's kind of like, it's weird. It sounds weird, but I think that's kind of the problem that people have with AD in the sense of, like, my personal opinion is the perspective of we can compare him to people like Giannis and Joel. And he's never been at that level. I'm like, even when he was just putting up numbers with the Pelicans, if you watch the games, he never dominated the game the way you watch a Joker, the way you watch a Embiid, the way you watch a Giannis. Like, I'm telling you, like, that's why I always used to feel like he was overrated, because I would watch some of them joints, especially when Rondo was there. And I would be like, wait, hold up, this nigga had 40 points? I couldn't even tell. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, like, if you watch Embiid, if he could have 25 points, there's an impact. You know what I'm saying? Joker, same type of way. Giannis, same type of way. But I would see Davis put up big numbers, and I wouldn't even know until they showed the stats. Like, damn, that nigga had all that. And they only up by 2, or they still lost. But then I keep hearing, like, Davis, the best player, the best big man in the league, and I just never got with it because it's like, I just never saw that from him. I never saw him as a dominant force for a big man. He was a scorer. He could get you a bucket, but I'm like, he's not a dominant big man. There's a difference. And that was my opinion. I thought Cousins was better than AD.
For sure.
Like, Cousins was a dominant presence as a big man. You know what I'm saying?
Cousins still killing on the. I think the Denver Nuggets getting him was like a big thing, because I'm like, when you take out one, because I'm thinking, let's be honest, the Boogie was doing what Joker was doing before Joker was doing. Like, let's be real, man. Bringing the ball up.
What Embiid was doing before Embiid was doing it.
Come on, man. Like, Boogie was really that guy in the league. Like, he was really the best big. Like, he was better than AD. I never thought AD was better than Boogie. Like, never. Even when they hooked up, I'm like, AD's more athletic, but he's not better, because I'm like, Boogie's really the point out there. Like, when Rondo not in, like, he really bringing up the ball. He's setting AD up. Like, he made it easier for AD to be AD.
And what I see from, you know what I'm saying, what makes these guys dominant in comparison to AD, in my opinion, is like they don't mind getting the ball and making a mistake. For some reason, when I see AD, it's almost like If I'm not in a comfortable position or I'm not where I want to be, I don't want the ball. That's a problem in my opinion. I'm like, sometimes if you're supposed to be that guy, you're gonna be dominant. You have to be willing to be like, all right, this don't look like the best option, but guess what? I'm gonna get a bucket. And if you don't get a bucket, you got to be ready for the criticism. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I never saw from AD. And that's actually something after Westbrook did that crazy shot. That's something I give Westbrook. I'm like, regardless of what people want to say, Westbrook doesn't mind putting himself in a position where y'all can criticize him, which tells me like, yeah, he's a legitimate superstar. You know what I'm saying? Not only
Bro, he's
because of the
getting
attitude,
so
obviously
much
because of
flack,
what he's
bro.
done. But
He's getting so much flack, bro. It's crazy how much people say like just talk bad about him. He's a bad basketball player. He's not gonna win. He's not gonna win. It's just all types of shit I be hearing about him. I'm just like, God damn, like is James you like James Harden? What y'all gotta say about James? Why? Because he can score better? Like they're the same player. It's just one has better handles and another one is a triple-double king. Like
I disagree. I think they're completely different players.
I'm talking about as far as like not caring about mistakes. Like they both then led the league in turnovers. Like, you know what I mean? Like they could care less about that. They like, I'm just gonna go out there and do what I want to do.
Well, Harden was getting a lot of heat when he was with you know what I'm saying? When he was with Brooklyn, he was doing what he was doing.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
him Westbrook was still getting more, but that's because he's playing with LeBron. But he was getting a lot of heat.
He's still kind of getting heat. You see what Doc Rivers said?
No, I didn't. What did he say?
He said the other night.
Shot.
He said the other night, if James didn't play good, that's why. Because it was like, are you concerned about how your bench is producing? When I looked at the stats, the bench only had 5 points, bro. He was like, I think Harden could have played better, or something like that.
Okay, so he's probably equating the fact that there's a lack of production from the bench because James Harden is someone who likes to have the ball in his hands a lot. So it probably makes the offense a little bit more, not more stagnant, but it makes it probably harder for other people to get into their flow.
It is though, because I'm like, when I go to the gym, bro, like even though if I'm scoring, I'm not just too dominant. You know, like sometimes I might shoot a couple shots. It's like, okay, but if I come back down, I'm always making the right play. Like the shots I'm shooting aren't like, you're like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not thinking like, what is he doing? You feel me? It's more so like, okay, that's actually a good shot. Like, okay, he did a little side step, got into rhythm. You know what I mean? So if I miss it, I miss it. But like, I don't miss too often. They call me Mr. Consistent at the gym. So I'm like, I know. I swear, bro, this old dude named Nick, bro, he looked like Marvin Gaye. He just always, every time I beat his team, he always comes up, he's like, I'm tired of you being so damn consistent. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you don't miss nothing. I already counted. You only missed 2 shots all day. I'm like, oh, okay. You feel me? So I'm just like, but I'm saying that to say this. I make the right plays too. Like if I'm going in, I know all the attention's on me. I know how to see an open man. I know how to get the ball up the court. Like I know how to make people still feel like they're engaged, even if I'm doing my shit, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I'm like,
because that's why I give like LeBron, KD, kind of like Giannis, like they take good shots. So it's like even if they take a couple bad ones, the team's not like, you know what I mean? Like when he's shooting type thing.
I'm a devil's advocate there where I can't put LeBron, KD, and Giannis in the same, you know what I'm saying, bracket.
Why not? I'm talking about
in the sense
getting
of
their team involved.
stylistically. Yeah, I know. And we're basing it off of James Harden and his gameplay. The only person who would be the most similar, or at least we can, I won't say similar, but when it talks about a role on the team, it would be LeBron because LeBron has the ball in his hands a lot. But LeBron naturally,
like Luka more so than Bron.
Yeah, but I was just going off of the, you know, the 3 examples you gave me. Wi-Fi would have added like a little bitch. But the reason. Like, I wouldn't necessarily put Giannis there or KD because they're not the head of the, you know what I'm saying? They're not running the offense, right? That's just not what they do. KD could, but, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't.
Giannis kind of runs the offense when he gets into that mode.
When he gets to the mode, like majority of the game, I'm like, if he has a point guard out there, you know what I'm saying? He lets the point guard do what he does. And, you know, he plays the system. Or he allows it to be built around him.
So you put Luka, Bron, and James all in the same category?
To an extent, I still kind of want to put LeBron there because LeBron's never been the guy where I'm like LeBron's never been so focused on getting a bucket where he'll halt the entire rhythm of his team. He's always been the type of guy to kind of he wants to make. He's always been the type of guy where actually he wants his teammates to get into rhythm, and then
he'll take over from what they do.
Yeah, and then he's like, okay, y'all good. All right, let me get my shit off because now I know in the fourth quarter. if I got, if there's a certain shot that I know I'm not that comfortable with, and I got to get it off to the guy who can make that shot on a regular basis, he's gonna be in his rhythm, and he's not gonna be like, "Why the fuck you just give me the ball, Bron? You ain't giving me the ball all." And that's what makes LeBron so goddamn great. Even Luka's not on that level either. I'm like, the same criticism people have for James, they can have for Luka. Luka halts the offense. Luka dribbles a lot. Luka takes bad shots. But his team is built around him. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But that's also a criticism you get to James because, James had a team built around him and that nigga wanted to get the fuck out. And so it's like, you know what I'm saying? So there's like, it is a double-edged sword where it's like, I could say, okay, I could criticize Luka, but at the same time, the team is built around him. So you can't really say anything toward Luka because it's like, they're telling him, do what you do best. James Harden is, leaving teams and going to teams already built with great players already there. And he's basically saying, y'all niggas got to adapt to my style, which isn't the best thing. No.
I'd say this, though. Luka know how to get his team to the playoffs. You can't deny that. They're fourth in the West. Huh?
So does Harden.
I didn't say he didn't.
Oh,
I was just giving Luka his props in terms that he can do that, and it's not like he has a superstar next to him.
Yeah, I'm not taking that away from Luka. I'm definitely not. I'm just saying his team was built around him, so that's why I'm saying like I can't criticize. I can't criticize Luka to the same extent I can criticize James because basically his team is greenlighting him to do that, to like what you're most comfortable with, do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Westbrook, man, he be looking.
I was going to ask you, so what do you feel like Russ's problem is? Because last year he was playing so phenomenal.
Well, Russ is a confidence guy. Think about everywhere he's been, he has been given nothing but confidence. You feel me? He's been getting nothing but here's the keys to the motherfucking, the car. Even when he went to Houston, James Harden took a step back. Where else I want you to be? You know what I'm saying? Went over to Washington. It was his team. You know what I'm saying?
Why you feel like it worked with Russ and James more? Like, because think about it, people not saying it, but like they lost to the Lakers, bro. You know what I mean? That was the champs. So it's not like they lost to a team that wasn't the champs. So it's like, why do you feel like that couldn't have worked out, him and James in Houston?
You saying why couldn't it work out between Russ and James Harden?
Because like James averaged 34 and Russ averaged 27.
Like, I love James Harden, but why you think it didn't work out? James Harden is known to, if he feels like he doesn't fit with someone, he doesn't want him around anymore.
It's crazy because Chris Paul is like the best teammate he's ever had, bro.
Let's go a little bit before that. Dwight Howard. He's gotten rid of 3 dudes that he was like, he got rid of Dwight Howard because he was like, he's asking too much. He wants the ball in certain areas. Can we just leave him and get Capella? Because Capella ain't going to say shit. He's just going to run and gun. That's what he did to Dwight. So he got Dwight the fuck out of there when Dwight was still, someone in his prime. Right after, then he got Chris Paul out of there. Remember, a lot of people gave Chris Paul hate. I've never been a nigga to give Chris Paul hate because Chris Paul was one of my, he was my favorite, when I was a young nigga. He was my favorite college player at Wake Forest. So I was like, man, y'all tripping. And finally now, people are giving him his goddamn respect. But Chris Paul has been disrespected the entirety of his career, if you want to be 100. But when they had Chris Paul,
I think he got disrespected after he left the Clippers.
Hell nah. He's been disrespected the entirety of his career.
And New Orleans people was calling him the best point guard in the league.
Nah, no, they wasn't. They was giving
it to everybody.
Williams. That was everybody. The fact that, as much as I love D Will, the fact that D Will was even in the same conversation as Chris Paul is disrespectful off the top. And no, they wasn't. They was giving all the credit to Steve Nash during that time. Ain't nobody give a fuck about Chris Paul and D Will. Only niggas were talking about them. But everyone thought Steve Nash was the best point guard in the goddamn league. Everyone was still talking about Jason Kidd. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul was always on the look. I mean, I know you were. I know I wasn't, but I'm like, in reality, I'm like, Chris Paul was always, and then he went over, you know what I'm saying? He was with the Clippers, got mad disrespect there. Everyone rode with Blake Griffin over Chris Paul, making it seem like he was toxic and all that type of stuff. Went to Houston, they did the same thing. Did the same thing to him in Houston. Chris Paul didn't start getting credit or love till he went to Phoenix. And it was like, oh, damn, he really does make teams better. Because when he leaves, they're worse. Hey, let's be 100. Chris Paul is one of the most disrespected players in his entirety of his career. He's just now getting the love he had. So that's my opinion, of course. I'm not saying it's facts, but that's how I feel about the situation.
Nah, I hear you.
Oh, shit. Hold up. My DoorDash here. I'll be right back, y'all.
All I know is, y'all, as the Lakers lose this game, I'm not watching no more games the rest of the year. I don't give a damn if they go on a 7-game win streak. They're going to have to just go on a 7-game win streak without my eyes watching because I'm tired of watching them. And it's crazy. I can't believe the season's almost over. I've been watching them. I haven't watched every single game, but the games I watch, I don't watch them all year. And damn near every game I watched, they choked some off. It was rare that I saw a game and they actually finished it out. Hit. All right, cool. Why AD not playing? He must be on minute restriction. Russ. Oh my goodness. Go get a layup, bro.
Even though y'all having AD back, watching y'all, it's like your team has flaws for the, like you guys' bench is trash.
Russ can't make a damn pull-up jumper anymore.
That's what's crazy though, because I'm like, Russ's go-to used to be that pull-up jumper.
Pull-up jumper, bro. It used to be money.
That tells me his confidence.
You think his confidence is just really shot? I think this is the first time in his career I've ever seen this, bro.
Because this is the biggest spotlight he's ever had. He's always exceeded expectations because the spotlight was never that big. I say the only time where the spotlight was close to this was when he was with Paul George and Carmelo. Other than that, I feel like anything he ever did, they were surprised. Even when he was with Harden, because a lot of people thought that wouldn't work. So when they saw how they was like, oh shit, Washington, they thought, and then he took them to the playoffs.
Dang.
So I'm like, this is the first time, you know what I'm saying, where the expectations is like, if you don't hit this, Westbrook, you know what I'm saying, and he's still, how you let that nigga dunk on you? But he was like,
Nance got bounced though.
I know that he was with Cleveland, but I'm like, man, I'm just like, come on, man, y'all defense is terrible.
Good job. Hey, Dwight's been really balling, man. Nobody speaks about it though. I understand. Did you see that? How he didn't even try to go up and finish it. He just came down with it like a fundamental big man should.
Well, he couldn't finish that joint because
is Melo hurt? I haven't seen Melo get in the game yet.
He couldn't finish that though because the nigga didn't have that same athleticism. That was like 5 years ago. He would have dunked that joint.
Yeah. Our rotations is trash though. You see our defensive rotations?
That's what I was just saying. Y'all defense is terrible. Like y'all defense is. That's why I said like it doesn't even matter if y'all get to the play-ins, man. I don't see y'all going too far just because y'all defense sucks. And that's another thing about AD too is like people don't realize with AD supposed to be a dominant big man. If we're talking about these other big men, Giannis, Joker, Embiid, you know what I'm saying? What also are they very, very dominant on when it comes to basketball court? Not only offense, but defense.
Yeah.
AD's defense is trash. That nigga don't make anyone second guess going to the lane.
Nah, he just has them long ass arms, so he'll get a couple blocks here and there. But
yeah, he'll get a couple blocks, but majority of the time, boys getting bullied. So niggas be trying to make it. Oh, he got the blocks though. I'm like, bro, man, get up out of here, man. Ain't nobody hesitating to go to the rim when AD's there.
The fact that Dwight has one less shot than AD, they both played the same minutes, but Dwight got 6 and 2 and a steal.
What's AD
got 2 points and 4 rebounds. Now you can be like, well, it's his first game back. I'm like, I don't give a damn. I need to be seeing some.
It's his first game back, but the nigga been, like I said, I think the nigga been healthy for the last 2 weeks.
I just don't get like
week and a half. I played
like, bro. I done been down like weeks, bro, without touching the ball. And I go back to the gym and it's the same as usual. Kill the gym, have people argue, leave. You know what I'm saying? Like today. Oh, that's off. That's off. Floater in the lane, dimes. You know what I'm saying? It's just basketball, bro. So I'm just like, I just don't understand. Like Joker, he's the slowest out of all the bigs, but yet he gets just as much efficient buckets as any other big. So it's just like, you can't tell me it's the speed. AD not slow. He ain't unathletic. So I'm just like, what is his problem? I'm like, is it just really his mindset that he just does not want to kill? I'm like, even Towns be going crazy. What Towns had today? Let me go tell you. Because they beating the Nuggets right now. Towns got 32 and 9 and 2 blocks.
I personally
11 for 16, 4 for 5 from the 3.
I think when it comes to AD's not the role you want AD to be in and to thrive in, especially with the personnel you guys have, that's not the type of big man he is. If you watch when he was most successful with the Pelicans, what did this nigga do? This nigga was basically like KG.
Tip back.
Not even that. This nigga was bringing the ball up, shooting mid-range. Nigga was like point guard / center. So if he's not in that position, the only other way he can be very dominant is how. You also saw him very successful when he had Rondo and Boogie. A lot of people don't understand. If you remember when Boogie was there, Boogie took the backseat to AD, and what did he do? He understood. But AD, I don't know if he made it clear, but if you watch the games, it seemed like AD was like, "Yo, I like the ball in these certain positions on the court." Boogie knew he couldn't have crowded it. So if you watched when they played, you would see a lot of Rondo bringing the ball up, and you would see a lot of Boogie bringing the ball up, and Boogie playing at the top of the 3-pointer. Boogie had his 3-point how many threes he shot that year was off the charts.
He was hitting them.
He wasn't even shooting threes like that year. But the reason why was because Boogie said, "Okay, I get it. You feel most comfortable in these spots, and that's where you'll be most successful." Boogie's like, I don't give a fuck where I'm at, nigga. I'm gonna get a bucket. See what I'm saying?
DJ Augustine was a good pickup? I didn't mean to cut you off. You think DJ Augustine was
real quick? Let me finish my point. So if that's the case, then when you go to Lakers, what was his main problem with Schroeder? He said he didn't put the ball in the right position for me. So y'all want AD to be this big man where we could just give him the ball and that nigga would just go. It's like, nah, that's not the type of dude he is. He needs to be in certain positions where he feels comfortable, where he can, he feels like he can produce, or he needs the ball in his hands when he's coming up the floor. Because I know where I want to be, so I'm gonna put myself there. So I'm like, I think that's the biggest problem, like me personally. And I'm like, Westbrook's not gonna put it in his hands at that right play. That's why you'll probably see a lot of AD and LeBron on the court together, because LeBron will do that. But I'm like, ultimately, that's a hindrance, because I'm like, LeBron's your second best player. He can't be worried about that. And I think that's why y'all losing Rondo was such a big deal, because y'all don't have any.
I don't get why we let him go to your damn team of all teams. Like,
we're struggling, but whatever. But DJ, was he a good pickup? He was a whatever pickup. Like, I don't, y'all need a shooting. Y'all got a shooter, but he's a big liability on defense.
We should have just got Jamal Crawford.
I'm like, shit. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't get people's picks. I'm like,
Deion Waiters.
Y'all wanted a nigga to score, and y'all had someone like Crawford who could just put up 30, but he's a defensive liability. Augustine is not.
Why don't we just get Deion Waiters or Beasley, bro?
It's politics, man.
Yeah,
it don't make no sense to me. I'm not saying he's a bad pickup. Augustine has been effective for y'all, but I just feel like there's other dudes out there who could have done the same thing and probably been a little bit more impactful. I'm like, and then I'm like, why get another like point guard? I know he can, he play, in a sense he is a shooting guard, but I'm like, we're talking about a smaller point guard. Like, I would think
defense, man.
You would get someone who would be in a position where they can guard multiple positions and then also be effective. I still don't understand, even though I wasn't. God damn, how you gonna do that? And then
Monkey was good defense to bad. That was
Monkey Westbrook, dog. Oh, I've come to like. At least I get Monk had his moments where I'm like, man, you are really, really good. But then I also be like, you make some stupid ass decisions.
Can we talk about how Dwight's probably our best defensive player?
Shit, he probably is your best defensive. I'm trying to think.
He's been locking up better than his one-on-one.
And then look, you see AD on the court with Dwight. Westbrook.
Bro, why is Dwight moving faster than AD though?
AD's missing some shots. I know it's really. You got it. Yeah, I guess.
But why is he floating away on CJ McCollum all the way out of bounds? Like,
that's the type of player he is. He's a big man who plays like he's a 2. It's like people been wanting to like people be trying, like, that's how he always been. He's never been I'm a bang with you type player. He's always been a very finesse big man.
Hey, I don't know if we want to talk about it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know KD still got it, but you feel like he's like his step is like off. That makes sense.
I agree with you. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I was watching him yesterday against the Bucks, and I'm like, some of them plays that he would kind of get through or he would move. It was like he didn't. You know what I mean? Like he didn't. I don't know if it's because he's saving himself for the offs. I don't know the particular reason, but I noticed that. I'm like, he's not. I don't know, but he's still averaging 29. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not nasty. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I don't know.
But I was about to say, I know you saw that, nigga. I know you saw that. Oh my god,
that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't understand. But
why have you been out so long and you out here doing step back fades, nigga? Like you KD, bro. Go to the Buck. But I agree with you. I think I was kind of seeing it. When he came back from his last injury, I was like, I don't know, man. I'm like off of the eye test, as I've always done with KD, either he's still trying to get back on track from those injuries and he's not fully healthy yet, or he's lost a step. He's just getting older. And I'm starting to think, I'm like, man, maybe we just getting older and the niggas we used to dominate in the league, they starting, you know what I'm saying? AD ain't who he used to be. He can't do this shit no more.
AD only 27, 28.
That don't matter. The niggas had injuries out the ass. Look at Boogie.
Boogie's still good,
young.
though. Boogie's still good.
I know,
though.
but I'm like, it's the same. It's like we don't bat an eye when it comes to certain players like Boogie or something like that. But then when it comes to AD, we're like, he's young. But it's like AD's had hella injuries.
Yeah.
Like hella, like, and not no like, nigga, we don't call him the glass man for nothing. No disrespect to you, AD, but just it is what it is. So I'm like, those catch up after a while, man. It doesn't matter how young you are. Remember, it's kind of the same thing when I be talking about like boxing and stuff. I'll be like, you can go into boxing or you can go into like MMA, like at a young age. Let's really do MMA because boxing, you know, not yet because it's been around so long. But MMA, you can go in at 18, 17, have all these fights, all this damage, and it may not actually help you in the long run. You might actually end up having a peak at like 25, 26. And then when you 29, nigga, you just worn and done because you had all these goddamn fights. Where someone comes into the game at 24, 25, they can have their peak at 34 because less damage. It's like I kind of see it the same way. Where it's like if you come into basketball and you have a hell of a lot of injuries from 18 years old to 27, nigga, 28 to 34 is gonna be hard on you. I don't care how much money they got.
He need to go tap in with Bron, man. Or Dwight, one of them too. Though. I'm saying Dwight neither though. Dwight just had that back problem, but he's came back.
Shit, back surgery. That's not nothing to sneeze at either.
I know, but I'm saying he's came back though. Like, think about it, bro. Why is Dwight our best defensive player, and he's the oldest, damn near big we got?
But think about the play though too. Dwight's always played like a big man. AD, stylistically, in a sense, he, like I said, he played like nigga. He was a 2 or 3. So now if you have all these injuries and your athleticism all of a sudden is shot, or, you know what I'm saying, we were talking about these young guns, these athletic motherfuckers. If you just lose a second off of your first step, the nigga that you could blow by, now he's right there. You know what I'm saying? So
well, KD still got it though. I don't want to say it that KD, when I said that KD don't got it. I'm just saying, you know, certain things that he did in the past, I feel like he did it way more effortlessly, if that makes sense.
KD for sure still got it. It's just I think he's starting to get to the point, the same thing that we saw with LeBron. I just don't think he can just carry a team, you know what I'm saying, when like, you know, from, you know, there ain't no way that they can win this game. Oh my God, KD won the game. I don't think we're gonna see that much anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like he has to have some type of health because I think now as he grows older, I don't necessarily say the offense is what's the problem for him. I think it's the fact he's starting to become a liability on defense.
KD,
yeah,
he still plays a little bit of defense. Though I was watching,
he doesn't. But the problem with KD is he's tall enough to guard a big man, but he's not strong enough. Yeah. And then when it comes to a smaller opponent, he's tall enough to guard a smaller opponent, but he's not fast enough. So I think that's where the problem's starting to lie. And then you already know how I feel about Kyrie. Kyrie don't play defense anyway, so I got that.
Don't say that because he locked the fuck up out of James, boy.
Fuck out of here. He ain't locked nothing up. That nigga James, he don't play good. That nigga just don't play good. Kyrie don't got no defense. I ain't never seen that nigga lock up anyone in my life.
Play solid defense, bro. I'll be watching. I'm not saying he just a defensive stopper. But he plays defense, bro. He's not just out there not playing.
I didn't say he doesn't. You could give effort and play defense and still be like, nigga, I can go and play the piano all day. I'm still gonna sound trash. I gave it effort though. I gave it my all. Like, nigga, I was sitting here for 24 hours playing this thing. And every motherfucker that walked through that door was like, bro, you're garbage. You don't want to give me a tip, nigga? I'm over here giving effort. Nigga, you don't get the fuck out of my face. That's all I'm saying.
Bron ain't played D since Miami. So what you mean?
You know you lying because in the bubble he was one of the highest defensive ratings like per possession. So
he also had a bigger purpose.
So that don't matter though. You can't make a statement saying he ain't played D since Miami, but in the bubble the nigga was one of the top defenders when it comes to like rating purse. Because it happened. That's what Did y'all not win a chip? Does that not matter?
We did, but I'm saying like don't reference the bubble like he's playing defense out of the bubble.
If I can't reference the bubble, then that championship, y'all can never reference.
Sure, I don't care. Don't reference it.
All right, then that championship never happened. Then you can never say this, that, and that when it comes to the bubble period. If I can't reference Bron having one of the highest defensive rating during that time.
Cool, he got 3 rings then.
He's still great though. That don't make a difference.
I didn't say it did. I just letting you know. AD don't got no rings, so he just weak.
AD can have 4 rings and that nigga's still weak to me. I won't say he's weak. He's a good player. He's just overrated. That's always
shouldn't have got in the top 75 over Dwight. I don't care what anybody's talking about.
Well, you know, I've been on that. I've been saying AD's been overrated for 5 years now. I remember when I was 24 years old. Like AD, this nigga's overrated. He's not that good. And I was looking at his grade. You see the stats? He's averaging 30 points and 15 rebounds and 1.5 blocks. But the Pelicans ain't never made it into the playoffs until Boogie and Rondo got there. Yeah, I know he made it in the playoffs the year before.
They got swept,
but
though.
Remember, and I always said this, when the Pelicans disrespected my man Monty Williams, AD was injured half of that season. He came back during the playoffs. So that team actually did just as good without AD with AD. So fuck out of here. That was back when niggas actually watched games, okay? Niggas don't watch games no more. Niggas watch highlights.
Besides Towns, I might have been wrong with Towns' statement, but I think Siakam is still better than Anthony Davis as far as effectiveness. You see what the Raptors over there doing, boy?
I haven't heard too much on Siakam. Is he still? Ooh, Jesus!
Yeah, he's averaging 22 and 9. Like
y'all
4
letting
assists.
Hayes do that to you? Jesus Christ!
You said who?
I said if y'all letting Hayes do that to you, Jesus. How do you? Y'all look bad sometimes. Yeah, sometimes when I see certain plays, I'll be like, man, y'all niggas should have recruited like outside of the NBA. Like, there's niggas at the gym better than these niggas. Like, why are they on the court? Like,
it's the IQ too. Like, I don't, bro. I'm telling you, playing like with dudes that don't know how to play, it really, really gets harder and harder for my mental because they just don't understand rotations. Like, if you go out, you got to screen and roll. The roller is going. The automatic thing you're supposed to do is drop and help the person on the screen and roll. That's a good shot by Bron. Drop.
Why is this the only nigga though on your team that can do that?
Monk can do it, but he just doesn't have enough green light, in my opinion.
Man, people get out here with that Monk bullshit. Monk makes
Monk is
terrible
good,
decisions.
bro.
Yeah, he's good, but he makes terrible decisions that could cost you guys a game. I've seen it multiple times.
If he makes that, okay. I was about to get hot.
The nigga was feeling himself after that dunk. I've seen Monk multiple times where I've been like, you doing it? Hell yeah. And he starts feeling himself too much, and he makes possession that costs the game. That's my problem with Monk.
I don't know what that was, Brian.
I know what that is because I watched him so long. That was, nigga, I can't trust nobody else, so I'm going to see what I can get. That's what that was.
Hey!
Because I'm like, you can tell he don't have too much faith in anybody else because nobody else is doing nothing.
Why do we keep Trevor Ariza and Michael Beasley's out there ready to go?
Ariza is so trash. I hate when I see him on the floor. I'd be like, man, this nigga ain't been good since, nigga, 5 years ago.
Houston. When they had that Houston series, they was up 3-2, and they lost it.
Every time Trevor Ariza get in the game, he either gets worked on defense because that nigga too slow to guard anybody. Hayes is killing him.
Why AD just getting slammed on like this?
Why is Hayes working out AD, bro? This nigga Hayes was just in the G League. Now I know he's a top draft pick and he was in the G League for a reason, but I'm just saying.
Y'all about to have a rookie of the year, though. I think Mobley finna get it, bro.
You think he's gonna get it over
Cade? Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, he's been balling, bro. He's getting double team. He getting double doubles. Y'all actually gonna make the playoffs? Like, you gotta get
Cade. He's a light skinned nigga with the afro. They probably gonna.
I don't care about none of that, bro. Mobley's
you don't, nigga, but the people do.
But he's been effective all year, though. He's number one on the thing is after April 31st. I mean March 31st. Oh my god,
he should get it though. You guys' defense is terrible. The fact that, man, Westbrook is just. He's such a liability when he can't play his game because he's not a good role player. Does that make sense? Like, he's not a guy where I'm like, McCollum is killing y'all, bro.
Round 15.
But who's going to fucking guard him? There's no way a 37-year-old should have to do this in order for y'all to stay. You know what I'm saying? Against the Pelicans, bro.
Hey, but Brown wanted AD, though.
Shit, y'all wanted AD. Fuck out of here. I remember when
Bron
y'all got.
wanted him too, though.
But fuck out of here with that, man. I remember all y'all Laker fans. Y'all niggas was ecstatic. Yeah, AD is the best big man in the world.
I
These
wasn't
young
that
niggas
excited
did
because
it,
when we
did.
had to get rid of BI, I
When
wanted
we
us
won
to
the
keep
chip, it was
BI.
because of AD, not LeBron. Diddly-dee. I'm just like, man, y'all
I
niggas gonna
never said
regret
that.
all that shit. Because
I
you
don't
gon'
know.
she.
I don't know who
And here it
said
is.
that. I ain't never
What?
said no AD was the
I didn't
reason we
say
won the
you,
championship.
but I heard it a whole lot. Oh, y'all won. We won because of AD. LeBron ain't do nothing. AD wasn't there. I remember when it was only LeBron. We didn't have a winning season. I'm just like, the hate this man
dudes
gets.
wasn't watching the games then because we was fourth in the West until he pulled his groin.
Nobody watches the game. Niggas start watching the games after LeBron went to the Lakers. After he left the Cavs and went to the Lakers, no one watched games no more. And they kind of stopped during that time, like beforehand. But they kind of didn't really because Golden State was, legendary, and the Cleveland battles and all that type of stuff. But I'm like, it's YouTube, man. I'm like, niggas just watch highlights. Like I be thinking about that. Like I'm like, man, like I remember when niggas was overrated. Like somebody would say, oh, during this time, this dude was at fire. I was like, no. It's like just like we were talking about, like the NBA was saying Steve Nash was the best point guard and Jason Kidd, but we know who was really putting that work during time. Like niggas was ignoring niggas like Chris Paul, Darren Williams type shit. Like, we know, but that's because niggas watch game back then.
Even Rondo, bro. I thought Rondo was cold after 08. I was like, yo, why is he killing us like this?
Bro, but nowadays, when motherfuckers put a narrative out, there's not too pushback. Motherfuckers ride with it. Why? Because no one watched games. They watch highlights. And everybody looks good in highlights. You feel me? And I think that's the big shift now. So I'm like, who watches a full game, man? Nobody watches full game.
I still watch them from time to time. It just got to be a game I'm interested in.
But that's coming from someone who hoop. So think about a casual motherfucker who's just a fan. They ain't finna sit there and watch the whole game. Or if they are watching their whole game, they're just watching their favorite team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't even have a perspective. But it's the same. I'm like, it's sports in general. I have the same complaint for boxing fans too. Same exact thing. So go ahead. I didn't even got the yawn game happening. I don't know where he going, but salute to the people though. What's up with the y'all? Nothing but love to the people. Hopefully y'all enjoying this little impromptu Friday podcast between me and Zen, man. We're just having some fun, chopping it up. Hopefully, if y'all out there, man, y'all living it up, partying, doing your thing. Hopefully, you guys enjoy your weekend. Just be safe, all that good stuff. Us, personally, myself personally, I'm staying in the crib. You see, I got the jacket on, I got the sweatshirt on. I don't got no air on right now, and it's cold out here where I'm at. Yes, it's cold in April. This ain't no April Fool's joke. So, just trying to stay warm. I feel good, man. Solid day as always, man. Once again, I just want to say thank y'all. Appreciate y'all, man, for the support y'all doing, man. It's family type shit, so it ain't nothing but love when it comes this way. So nothing but salute. Hopefully y'all enjoying y'all Friday like I'm enjoying mine, and y'all weekend just go even better. Tomorrow, man, there's not gonna be no fights, unfortunately, but we'll do a Fluence Lounge, kind of like we did last weekend. So y'all can still look forward to that. So y'all can keep your eye out for that joint tomorrow sometime, probably later in the night or some shit like that. But we'll let you know. We'll keep you informed. But hit the community board, man. There's a lot of questions out there. Hit the community board. I appreciate y'all getting to it. I remember when I used to do the goddamn community board questions, man, and none of y'all would vote. I'd have to do it myself, so it looked like somebody's voting. Now y'all love this shit. I love it. So salute the people. I'm gonna have to take something from my tummy. My tummy is bothering me, bro. Still, it's
my
fucking
throat kind of
10:35.
was like, I wasn't itchy. It's like, I don't know, like my muscle or something. It's like,
oh, be careful. Might be getting COVID-3, Nick.
You crazy. I feel fine though.
Nigga finna get COVID-3.
No, I don't feel sick though.
My damn allergies started today just because we had weird ass weather. Like it was warm earlier, then it ended up raining. Then in the gym, it like they had the fans going, so I was getting cold, so I had to put on so it had my shit all over the way. So that's why y'all kept if y'all watching, y'all see me keep wiping my nose. It made my allergies act up, so I got a little stuffy nose right now. It'll be gone tomorrow. I'm not tripping, but
that bucket didn't count from CJ. It said 50-50. Yeah, I thought it was 52.
Oh, he didn't get it off in time. It looked like he
I
got
thought
it
he
off in time.
did.
It looked like the brother didn't. I guess not then. Okay.
It's crazy. I'm seeing Jamal Crawford analyzed right now. He should be playing.
That nigga should be playing, bro. If Augustine's out there, Augustine ain't played in the motherfucking NBA for like 3 years. And y'all just pulled him like, come on, bro.
I don't know. What did he? What was he?
How does Lad Stevenson have a motherfucking job and this nigga Crawford or Beasley don't? And I'm not saying anything. Lad Stevenson is cold, but like, let's be real. This nigga has a stretch where he looks absolutely amazing, and then usually he loses the game for his team because that nigga just goes overboard. So I'm like, how does Isaiah Thomas have a spot? Oh man, whatever. That just doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand sometimes, man.
Well, shout out to IT because he's been fighting to get back into the league.
I'm just saying, how's that nigga there? Beasley isn't. Doesn't make sense to me, bro. I just don't understand. But it's politics usually. Politics, you know what I'm saying, locker room type shit. You want certain people around certain people so you can have, you know what I'm saying, certain type of discipline and chemistry and atmosphere. I get it. It's the same thing as fucking 9 to 5. I might be more qualified for the job, but I don't think you're going to fit in the way this guy will. So I'm going to pass. No disrespect. But I just want to make sure the work environment is all, you know, congruent.
I started watching the series From. I only got like 6 minutes in because you hit me with the link. But what I like though, first thing in the scene, she said, "Honey, it's time to come inside." She said, 5 more minutes. The sheriff was like, "Hey, listen to your mama." She said, "Okay, sheriff." I was like, I love that right there, boy. Get that boy that respect.
You watched 6 minutes. Watch that. The first 2 episodes is wild.
Oh, girl died though. Like, man, why would your grandma be out the window? She gonna go to the front door.
Well, it's a kid. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
a kid should know that. My grandma ain't never came through that window.
No, if I'm a kid,
bro, you a kid. No, you would not.
I was a bad kid, bro. I'd probably do that. Grandma?
So if they told
you doing outside? Come on in. Ah!
Bro, why would your grandma go through the side? Bro, you know your grandma always you the front door. Why would she go to the side and be like, "Honey, I'm so cold and lonely. Let me in." You're like, but grandpa.
This ain't no disrespect. I didn't know my grandma was kind of racist until I was older. So ain't no way I'm gonna know if is this really her?
Is it the front door or not?
If that kid was what? The kid looked maybe 4 or 5.
No, maybe that. She was saying her whole prayers to the sleep. She probably
was like 6 or 7.
Yes.
Nigga, somebody knocked on my window at 6 or 7.
At night?
Yeah, hey. I would be like, what the fuck? But if it's my grandma, like, hey, Darren, I'd be like, Grandma, what you doing outside?
But your mama's telling you,
Mama, grandma here.
But see, it's different. Her mama said, that's not your grandma. Don't open the window. So if your mama told you that's not your grandma, don't open the window, you're going to be like, you lying, mama?
Yeah, because I see my grandma right in front of me. I'm a kid. I was a bad kid. I remember when my mama told me, don't open that door. That's trick-or-treaters. I went over there. I said, Mama, please. I opened that door, scared the hell out of me. I was probably like, I don't remember how. I was a young nigga. I remember because we were still in apartments. So I was like, I remember I was young. I wasn't supposed. I remember I never did that shit again. I ran into my room crying. My daddy had to come in there like, oh, that was fake. Da-da-da-da. So I'm like, for me, I was a bad kid. So I'm like, no, I'm not listening. I'm like, what you talking about, Mama? This grandma, she right outside. Come on in, Gramps.
And she telling me you gonna die.
Yeah, not my choice. But that's on my daddy.
But after
Daddy, you was supposed see you didn't watch it after. It was like, Daddy, you were supposed to nail down all the windows because you know kids ain't shit. And you didn't do it because your ass was out drinking.
He was supposed to nail down the windows.
Yeah, that's the rule. And if you have kids and you in the house, all the windows have to be nailed down because your kids can get away or they can wander and you may not be paying attention. So you have to make sure the house is secure. He didn't. This is a spoiler since you didn't, see that point. But the husband didn't because he was a drunk. He was in the bar, faded. He came back. So it's the daddy's fault. That's also the mama's fault because if you know that nigga's a drunk and he's out drinking, then bitch, you nail down the motherfucking windows.
Yeah, that was being.
You're not capable of that.
I know. She's trying to act helpless.
Yeah, I'm like, it's just go over there.
I ain't gonna lie. Like sometimes I'll be into these shows, but like sometimes I'll just be like, this is fake. If it ain't fake, then I'm like, I just never experienced this. Like when I watch Superman and Lois, I'm like, why are these kids like acting like they grown? Like, bro, they going to each other's houses, making out in front of the front porch, just gonna go in the house whenever, do this, do this. I'm just like, what type of parenting is this? They talk back, nothing happens. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, man.
Man, some people have lives like that though. That's the crazy part. A lot of people actually.
But I'm like Sarah, she just be up in there basically running her parents, like, oh, I ain't doing this and I'm not going this.
Nigga, it's 2022. Welcome to 2022. You can't discipline your child like that without being looked at a certain way.
Man, people look.
And it's all about expressing your feelings and listening to your kid. And I'm not saying that's wrong or nothing like that, but yeah, it's like there's nothing that we used to. No.
Hell no, man. It'd be fake to me. I'm like, man, I had to give it a break. I'm like, I can't be watching this right now, man.
I know for a fact, but that's also is very important. Well, I don't know if it's important, but I make sure I always have days when, you know what I'm saying, I'm actually gonna watch these joints. So I'm like, I always set it up. Like, I never make it like, okay, I woke up today, I'm about to watch this now. No, I'm even though I want to maybe watch it, it's like, no, I'm gonna make sure I pick this particular day when I watch this motherfucker. Wi-Fi, acting like a little bitch. But I'm like, I'm gonna pick this motherfucking day when I watch it, and I'm just gonna stay to it because I know I'm gonna be more in tune because I know this particular day is for these shows type joint. So, which usually that helps it where I'm more interested in. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with Power, like, that's probably what made me be like that. Not this particular Power, but the other ones, I would be like, okay, Sunday. So I kind of do that with it. So it's like, I know Superman Lois is already out. I know From's out, but I always make my day for watching. It's either gonna be Saturday morning when I'm kind of watching it, or it's gonna be Sunday. I just binge watch everything. Where I can like really enjoy it.
Why is Jordan doing the crack?
Not Jordan. You go on the second season? You talking about Jonathan?
Yeah, my man doing the crack. It looked like.
I tell you, no, I didn't tell you. I was watching that shit with my ex. What you gotta think about it, man? Well, how far are you? What episode you in? Because I don't want to spoil anything.
I'm on the episode 6 now. After Bizarro revealed that he's trying to kill Allie because she destroyed his world.
So you probably all you've seen from Jonathan is the football game.
Nah, just when he his uncle was trying to train Jordan, and he went and held the crack, and then he went in there and beat him up. It was at the quinceañera.
I'm all right, nigga. Then you know you the youngest of the family. I'm the youngest of the family. Nigga, why the fuck everybody got superheroes except me? I mean, why everybody got superpowers except me? Hold up. Oh, nigga, I'm strong like this. I'm that nigga's age, 16. I'm doing the same shit. Nigga, fuck out of here. I don't want to be the normal nigga of the family. What you telling me? I'm like moms? What? Nah, man. I'm a man. I'm a kid. I'm just like y'all two. Wait, I'm nothing like them two. They super people. Hell yeah, that's the insecurity, man. As a kid, like nigga, my brother is do the crack, Superman Jr. I do the crack quick. Nigga, hold up. And when it comes to sports too, I'm like, man, I know that nigga doing steroids and that nigga's going over the top. Give me that shit.
I know it's gonna backfire though in the end. Like somebody gonna figure out how he got it. No way.
Man, I'm doing the crack. That's crazy. I'm doing that shit. I'm doing it until somebody tell me stop, nigga. And by the way, I'm not capping because you know what I'm saying, I did that in high school, so I'm not capping. Give me the drug, I'll do it. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a goddamn fuck about what nobody else think. I've always been that way though.
Why the Clippers really whooped the Milwaukee Bucks like that? That's crazy.
Paul George went off.
I don't think he even played. Giannis and them didn't play though. I see, so that's probably why.
That's why I took down the stream for a little bit for the Laker game, at least until the halftime is over, because it was fucking up my Wi-Fi. Even though I shouldn't have any bad Wi-Fi, because I'm paying for the top-notch Wi-Fi. Literally, the new shit that they just came out with. You should never have any problem. This shit is $100 a month.
Damn. Bro, Robin Covington had 43 points, bro. 11 threes.
Damn, that nigga had a Danny Green night.
That's crazy, bro. Like, what?
You know when Danny Green was actually a factor when he was on the floor? That nigga wasn't just running around looking like this.
Bro.
You seen that? You seen that clip when Danny Green was on LA and this nigga LeBron is like, He was like, hey, Daddy, he was like, DG, why the fuck you jogging up the floor? Like, nigga, put some effort in, run. I'm like, man, you don't know who Danny Green is? I have never seen that nigga sprint.
He always try to shoot. If he got away with a Popovich, you know that's just how
That
he
nigga
runs.
is the trot century of the world. That nigga never goes full speed. That nigga, like, man, Danny Green, though, y'all don't know. He used to be a motherfucking dog. He didn't used to be a dog, but that nigga hit threes. I'm capping a little bit.
I always thought Patty was better than him, though.
I always thought Patty, he was never allowed to reach his full potential. I thought
every
Patty,
time he played in the Olympics or anything with Australia, he go crazy.
what you got to think about is because he went to the Spurs and he never left, so he never even had a chance. And he didn't have a problem with his role. I'm like, if that nigga ended up somewhere else like Chicago Bulls or something like that, that nigga, he would have been a bona fide nigga, 17 a night type nigga. You know what I'm saying? But he played in the system. So it was like, this
Why
is
don't
what
we
you
go
need
get
to do.
Tyreek Evans or something? Like, bro, there's a lot of players out there we can go snag, bro.
I'm happy you just said that. How does Tyreek Evans get a shot back at the NBA before Michael Beasley? Beasley only did marijuana. Tyreek Evans, that nigga did everything in the book.
He got kicked out the league, banned from the league, like OJ.
But this nigga's probably gonna sign with the Bucks.
Oh my gosh, AD, that's a good. That was a terrible shot.
Show's over.
Yeah, that was a terrible shot. He just made it, but
that's why I don't get shit like that though. I'm like, Beasley, his only problems was with marijuana. This nigga Tyreek Evans got caught with everything, nigga.
But everybody, like, I don't want to say everybody, but people in the league smoke weed though. That's why they stopped testing for it. So,
and that's why Beasley's probably so pissed. He's like, nigga, all the ridicule I got for the same shit now. And then I don't know if y'all know, man, they just passed it in the House of Congress that marijuana is gonna be legalized
everywhere.
It's still gonna have the jurisdiction of the state, you know, whether or not, you know, they want to legalize it, but you know, from a government aspect, it's legal. So for all you potheads, y'all probably don't give a fuck because y'all was probably still smoking. My bad, Joe. I just turned back on the stream. 80 is trash. Fuck out of here. I stand by it. Y'all niggas ain't going nowhere. Even if y'all go to the Plains, 80 is not good enough to be that guy.
I saw what he said that if he didn't get hurt last year, they'd have beat the Suns. I'm like, he's smoking crack. He can't even make free throws.
Nigga, part of the reason why y'all lost last year is because AD, you had so much shit to say about Schroeder. Wish y'all had that nigga. Y'all got Augustine. There's nothing wrong with DJ Augustine. I'm just saying, nigga, y'all might as well win and got Bobby Brown, nigga. He's still playing overseas, ain't he?
Bobby Brown.
Yeah, y'all probably forgot Bobby Brown, nigga. That's the old in me, nigga. Y'all remember when he was on the Nets, New Jersey? That nigga always wore the thick ass headband.
Yeah. Nobody beats Kerry Kittles. Kerry
was a dog, though.
Yeah, one.
Kerry was a goddamn dog.
Now, who was really nice, though, and he was, like, ahead of his time, was Keith Van Horn. That boy had a clip.
Keith Van Horn was solid. So was Mike James. And I'm not talking about the new one y'all niggas know about. There was a Mike James before him, but dark skin bald headed nigga. A lot of y'all niggas
Bobby
don't know
Jackson,
about Earl Boykins.
Bobby Jackson was that guy.
Yeah, Bobby was one of my favorite players on Sacramento.
Bobby Jackson had a clip, boy.
A lot of y'all don't know about Earl Boykins. Earl Boykins, 5'5", nigga, giving niggas work with Denver. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
I knew he was gonna make that.
That boy Ingram is different.
I
love that nigga's game. I love Ingram's game. His game is so goddamn smooth. Just he's not aggressive enough. He's basically like Andrew Wiggins in my opinion. They both like mad similar. Am I off on that? Is that a good comparison? You think? Wiggins and BI.
BI has better perimeter skills in my opinion, but
that I agree with. Yeah, like I think BI's. Yeah, I think BI. Yeah, great point. Wiggins more athletic. BI, in my opinion, I think is more skilled, but I think their approach to the game is very similar. Where it's like both of y'all niggas could really dominate every night if you really wanted to, but there's something that's just lacking. But I think they're perfect in a role as a number 2 guy or a number 3 guy. Like what you're seeing with Wiggins now being a number 3 guy. Still don't understand how he was an all-star this year. But I'm gonna tell you guys right now. In my opinion, you guys might end up losing because of BI. I think BI is about to take over the second half. And 80 is trash. I hate being that guy. He's not. He's superb. He's way better than me. But man, that nigga BI in the face. Cool. That nigga in the face. This nigga looks 37 years old. That nigga look old as hell. Got to be the facial hair. I don't know. Nah, because I'm looking at right here, this area. This look old. Am I tripping?
Maybe his braids are dope though.
Yeah, his braids is hard. That's what I want to be on one day.
I just remember AI had the best braids in league history, bro. He used to have like all types of patterns and designs and shit.
But he taught niggas, everyone learned from AI's braids is like you don't always want to have them small braids because that's what really pull your hair back. I'm for real.
It's crazy how Kawhi's had braids his whole career. Like he's never like just had a fro sometimes.
You just made my point. You see Kawhi's hairline ain't go back. But that's because Kawhi's always had the thicker braids. I'm like, when you do them little joints and you gotta do them little things, you just I'm telling you, man, it pull your shit back to here, nigga. This is what I look like if I was bald. I'd still be fresh if I was bald. Anyways.
Oh man, this man went and grabbed his ankle immediately.
And his ankle had nothing to do with the foul. That nigga didn't even. Yo, bro, AD is frustrating, man. I can't watch this guy sometimes. Why did that nigga go for his ankle? This nigga, that was an entire upper body contact, nigga. That's crazy, bro. Like, nigga, yeah, see, that's telling me that AD is expecting himself to get injured when there's some aggressive play, nigga. Contact, nigga. He's like, my ankle good, nigga.
Yeah, AD not even top 5 big in the league right now. Some people probably would disagree with me.
Yeah, probably. People got love for AD, man. It's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, LeBron, he might as well just go bald.
Oh, he's doing a Kobe. Remember what Kobe used to do? Kind of like later in his years. That nigga was bald.
Kobe was bald since Kobe was been bald since like his MVP year though. Like Bron just not letting it go.
Nah, but remember that Kobe didn't go full bald. He didn't go like nigga this bald head. He would always keep like a little hairline right here. You would see a line right there.
He went full bald MVP year though, bro. For sure.
Because I remember in the 2Ks, baby. It was like 2K, I think 16 or something like that. He had that alien head, and he had the alien head because he be bald, but he kept the hairline like you could. It was slight, but you seen the joint just chilling. I remember. I'm like Kobe didn't go full bald until like maybe like his last 3 years. Like where that nigga said, "All right, get rid of the hairline," because that nigga Kobe had forehead. But I think LeBron don't go bald because that nigga want to be an actor after this.
Oh my goodness! I thought he got hurt.
Why is it though he does those like type of movements after every single contact play? Like it's, I'm like, bro, why are you trying to like make it seem like you hurt type shit? Like you like, it's almost like you want us to start just being like, yeah, you really is Mr. Glass, my nigga. And it's almost like, man, some of these plays, you could maybe get an and one, but as soon as the contact hit, you like, nigga, oh! You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like, I don't know. I don't know if you're playing into getting the foul or if you're really that scared of getting hurt again. I don't know. It don't really make much sense.
I don't know what he's going to do after basketball, man.
I ain't going to have something for him.
Go, Brian. Don't pass that. Don't pass that. Don't pass it. Don't pass it. Don't pass it. There you go, Brian. Oh, he got it blocked. Bron did the most on that play.
That was low ball foul though. I thought that was good hustle from Bron.
He didn't need to do all that. He had no chance of getting that right there.
Yeah, but shit. It's an example for the teammates. Like shit, they can go hard.
Just imagine Bron landing on you. That's a big ass nigga to just be landing on you, legs kicking you in the head. That boy got boots on.
You know, it'd be funny if like that happened right when he falls and stuff, but then when he gets up out of nowhere, the nigga just comes out. No, he just, I love you, bro. That nigga just grab him. Motherfucking security come out there and tap that nigga. Get that nigga. I don't know. That'd be great. Some shit I would want to do. Hey, nigga, what's up? I think y'all gonna win this game, to be 100 with you, but I don't think y'all have a chance in the playoffs though.
Good layup. That's a good follow-up.
Man, I thought that was a bad layup. He should have took the 3. That nigga didn't get that follow-up. That'd have been a fuck up.
Dwight's been giving us good minutes.
It just doesn't make sense why it took so long for Vogel to finally figure out, hey, I should have, that looked like a travel to me. Hey, I should have Dwight on the floor. That nigga played DeAndre Jordan more than Dwight at one point.
Facts.
That play right there is why Ingram can be a nuisance sometimes. Because I'm like, nigga, you did not have a bucket at all, and you forced the hell out of that shot.
On two big motherfuckers, too.
I know. Like, you could have just passed it off, but you was hell-bent on getting you a bucket right there. That's B.I.'s problem sometimes. He'll be hell-bent on getting a bucket. That's the difference between him and Wiggins. Wiggins, there's very few times you'll see him hell-bent on getting a bucket. He's like, whatever the game gives to me, I'll take. And sometimes the game don't give him nothing, so it's like, where was he at? B.I., man, when he gets into a flow, that nigga will force some bullshit. I'm like, what? And it's interesting that C.J. McCollum is on this team, and he's literally the leading scorer, and he's the most efficient. But it's like, we don't really talk about it because I feel like that's just his game. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm like, CJ needs to be on a team where they're at least playoff contenders.
CJ needs to be on Philly. That's where he needs to be.
That would be a great fit for him because he would fill into that Seth Curry role to a whole other level.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not we already see he's not a good second option. He's a third option guy. That's just what it is. He's a third option.
I don't think he's third option. I think he can be a second option.
Now, if he's he needs to be on a Philly, be third option. Because I'm like, he can still get his 18, 19 points a game being a third option. I'm saying if you see your second option, we already seen that you're not gonna have any good fortunes with him in the playoffs. Like, Dame is a great first option. He can average 30 points, but it's just like,
but what if Dame's really a second option?
I mean, he could be, but I'm just saying as a first option though, he can get 30 points a game and he can be impactful.
That doesn't mean he's a good first option though. Maybe CJ McCollum doesn't look like a good second option because maybe both CJ and Dame are second options. That's kind of what I'm seeing from CJ being with the Pelicans.
I think Dame's a first option, bro. Because I'm like, he can lead his team to the playoffs. He's never missed the playoffs, so it's like he can
CJ the whole time. Yeah,
CJ didn't play his first 2 years. Yeah, Wesley Matthews
the first 2 years.
Yes,
Then they have
Wesley Matthews and LaMarcus Aldridge.
There we go. That's what it was. LaMarcus was the first option. I was like, I could have swore they had somebody else, but yeah, it was LaMarcus, and then CJ came
and won.
Like, I think Dame's a beast, but I don't think Dame's the first option to get to the playoffs. I don't think any point guard in today's game could be a first option, and you get to the playoffs.
You said Chris Paul was,
and they didn't win.
They lost in 7 games.
They won't win this year unless Devin Book has to be the first. You can't be a point guard. Like, I'm like, that's the point guard position isn't to be a first option scoring wise. It's to get everybody involved. That's how the game's always been. So it's hard for me to just be like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's my opinion. Like, that's why I think Dame's a second option, and I think CJ can be a second option. Like, if Zion comes back, if Zion comes back and it's him, CJ, and BI, He's not going to be a third. He won't be a third option to BI. He'll be the second. You see it in this, bro. Ever since he's joined the Pelicans, he's been the first option.
Bro, he's gonna be the first. He's gonna be the second.
Why would it change all of a sudden when Zion comes back if BI's been playing and CJ's been? No, they're not gonna do that.
Who's the future of the team? BI or CJ McCollum?
CJ and Zion would be more of a would have more. If we're talking about business, yeah, I'm gonna get way more money promoting CJ and Zion than I would Zion and BI.
BI is an all-star, bro.
That doesn't matter.
So when all-stars don't matter, of course that matters. You can send your contract, you get an all-star, you get bonuses. So clearly it matters.
I'm talking about when it comes to business-wise, long-term, and how much money we can make. I'm not going to make a lot of money from BI and Zion together. We already tried that. Been there, done that. It wasn't that great.
I mean, you can't really say that, though, because I only played half the season. So
and I did. That's a sample test. And when he was gone and BI was here, shit. But when we got CJ, now we're fighting to get in the playoffs.
I guess.
I'm just going off of this. I'm like, CJ is a more consistent player. He's a more reliable player. He's going to be the second option. And this is me not being biased because I was just talking about how much I love BI. I think BI is a beast. But it goes back to you don't know what BI you're going to get. You know CJ's going to bring it every single game.
Which says Zion might not even be there. He might not even sign that extension. So he might be gone.
And so you have CJ and BI. That's what it's going to be. But I just think if Zion came back, I don't see CJ. He ain't got no choice. He's the first option right now. Literally. So I'm like, you really don't got no choice. CJ's a better player than BI. Like, come on now. Let's not cap. CJ's a better player than BI. That's obvious. We can see it just in the small sample size of him being with the Pelicans.
He helps, you feel me, BI more, but I'm like, if you left
BI helps CJ.
But CJ, when Dame went out, they wasn't winning no games over there in Portland.
It was doing all right. It wasn't doing great.
They wasn't winning no games, bro. Look at their game winnings. They only won 20. They only have 27 wins on the year. So CJ,
what you talking about this? You're talking about this year though. You're talking about this year when they're in a rebuild mode. When there wasn't a lot around. When Dame was there, they wasn't doing much.
The Pelicans been in rebuild mode since the AD trade. What you mean?
Not necessarily. They thought it was going to all change when they got BI, Zion, and Lonzo. That wasn't a rebuild option.
Bro, Zion didn't play it like no games his first year, but like 20.
But you don't know that, though, until it happens. But they weren't in a rebuild mode, is what I'm saying. They're still not in a rebuild mode. They have not been. Like, you're in a rebuild
Zion
mode.
Didn't, Zion didn't come until the year after that, though.
So I'm saying the year before Zion,
because they had
when they traded AD, they weren't even in a real rebuild mode then. They traded AD as if, okay, we can trade AD and put ourselves in a position to get Zion. So they've never been in a rebuild mode where, nigga, we have 3 to 4 straight losing seasons with no one there, and then we try to get the first pick. Like, they got that pick off of trading AD. So they never been in a real rebuild mode.
LeBron, man.
So I'm like, that's my point. I'm like, there's a difference between what Philly was doing before they got Joel to what the Pelicans did. I'm like, I think BI personally, like, I think BI, like, eye test is like BI is better, but I'm like, if you just look at the overall work game, and then like you can get on CJ for this year, like Portland was bad, but I'm like, Dame was part of that as well. They were losing games when Dame was there. You know what I'm saying?
I just didn't know why he was out the whole year. They must have just told him to sit it out this year or something. I'm like, yeah, in the domino string, like December. I'm like, no way he's out the whole year.
It's
damn, B.I. slapped the fuck out that nigga.
When it gets to that point, it's just business. If it don't look like they're gonna make the playoffs, why would he jeopardize his health? Especially if they're probably gonna be thinking about moving him, because Portland's in a rebuild mode now.
I think Dame's exacerbated that he wanted to stay.
I don't mean nothing. Nigga, if I want to stay with a business and the business like, nah, we ready to move on, it don't matter.
Where they gonna trade him? That contract ridiculous.
They'll find someone. The way the NBA has been, I'm like, they'll find something. They'll find a way. Shit, if Westbrook got moved, that nigga will get moved. Harden got moved, that nigga will get moved. Shit, if Ben Simmons got moved, that nigga had the most ridiculous contract out of all them niggas.
No.
He had like 4 years left for whatever. Nigga's
I'm
not
just
even
saying
close
he
to
had a
the end of his
5-year,
contract.
170 million. That's crazy, but I'm saying the Dames is
Dame only has like
227
2
million.
years left.
Nah, bro, he just signed that extension like a year and a half ago, bro. He has like 4 years,
He
200
signed
million
that like
left.
2 years ago. Because it was short. He signed that shortly, not shortly, but maybe like a year or two after Steph.
Bro, he got 200 plus million.
I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the duration. The duration means
like,
more than the money. So I'm like, if you got like 2 years left on your contract compared to 4,
bro, he goes all the way to 2025, bro.
So he has 3 years left on his contract. Well, technically it's 2 years because we're about to be out of this season. So he has 2 years in comparison to a 4. That's a big difference.
He has 3 years left on it. But every year it goes up. It goes 42 million, 45 million, 84, and 48 million.
That's how all their contracts are structured.
But I'm saying he's gonna have 48 million by the time he's 34. So I'm saying who's like somebody's gonna have to take that contract. That's
and they will the same way y'all took Westbrook's.
But he has to go to a big market then. But he has to go to a big market.
You don't think there's not a big market open for him?
Name the team.
Nigga, all the top big markets right now will be open to take a shit. You can go to Chicago Bulls. All they got to do is put together the right package. DeMar. They can sign DeMar. Look, I know we think we know the numbers, but you understand there's an endless finances that can be used if needed, if it makes sense. As any business. So don't think all the shit we're telling us we're cap space. They got to look like nigga, none of that. Like, how can you still argue that when you've seen the moves that have already been made? There's no way no one's going to take Westbrook. Look at his contract. Look what happened. There's no way we can move James Harden. Look at Ben Simmons. Like,
damn.
We obviously see if somebody needs to be moved, the contract does not matter. Niggas is getting bought out from big contracts. Like, we're in a situation when it comes to economically, when it comes to basketball, business-wise, nigga, how long you got a contract and what you're being paid does not matter. That's not the narrative. It's all about if Portland feels like they're getting what they want, and then the other team, whatever they're getting, they feel like they're giving away not too much, but they feel like they got cheated. That's just business, period.
What the fuck is Brian doing?
So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's like I just can't argue like, oh, he has a big contract. Nigga, when has that ever mattered? In the last 4 years, 5 years.
Good take, Brian. I'm just locked in because it's like
I know you are because I'm in the facts. So when I hit you with the facts, you want to get up out of that joint. I'm like, when has a contract ever mattered in the last 4 years and moving a big name?
I mean, he probably can't be moved. I'm just trying to figure out what team is going to do it.
Any team that wants Dame and they feel like if they feel like it's business, dog. Like, if I feel like I'm getting my worth back in Dame and I'm not giving up too much, I'm gonna make it happen. Just like Brooklyn. And what's the difference between what happened with Brooklyn and Philly and someone getting Dame? What's the difference?
I'm just saying, what team is he gonna go to? You tell me. You said Chicago Bulls. I'm like, they just got Lonzo, so that don't make no sense.
What? Nigga, I'll get rid of Lonzo in a heartbeat to get Dame.
They're not going to trade no Dame. Doesn't make any sense. I'm saying they're not going to trade. The Blazers are not going to trade for Lonzo.
No, nigga, it's business. I'm not trading Lonzo for Dame straight up. I'm putting a package together where the money makes sense.
So what you going to trade?
Nigga, this ain't 2K. This is about money.
I'm saying, who are they going to trade? You tell me
about skill level, nigga. It's about money.
Tell me
about business.
I just want to hear the package.
For the Bulls?
Yeah,
I don't know what their cap space is. They can put together whatever the fuck they want. Nigga, they could trade Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball for Dame Lillard.
That'd be backwards, in my opinion, for the Bulls.
LaVine's not better than Dame, and neither is Lonzo. Dame's better than both. How? And then you have Dame and DeRozan, and then you have Vucevic. That doesn't mean anything. Zach's never going to be able to hit a peak that Dame has.
How do you know?
You do know that. You watch it like, no, you know. Come on, bro. You know that. You know, like, this shit isn't fairy tales. You know what I'm saying? You know how great someone's going to be at a certain area when we're talking about this level of skill. There's no such thing as I'm at this point in my career when it comes to this high level and I made it to this point, and then all of a sudden 3 years later, I'm going to be the best player in the league. No, nigga, you know from a young age, you know from a certain age, this motherfucker, this is who he's going to be when it comes to this shit we're talking about. We can live in a theoretical world or a fantasy world where, like, Okay, he could possibly be better than Dame, but we know that's not going to be the case. Levine's not ever going to be better than Dame. Lonzo's never going to be better than Dame.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, as far as just that team over there, I'm like, I just feel like Zach fit better over there, especially if you're gonna keep DeRozan.
It don't work that way though. See what I'm saying? If they got those two play, like if a team gets, if for the Bulls, okay, we got Lonzo, we got Levine, we got Vucevic, we got Caruso, right? Dope. But if these niggas get bounced in the first round, what does that mean? It's a win now league. So what happens? Oh, Dame Lillard becomes available. Now you're going to have a plethora of people on the market. If a good house becomes available on the market, you're going to have a plethora of people willing to try and be like, how can I get into these sweepstakes? If Dame becomes available, I'm telling you, these teams are going to try and get this nigga. It don't matter what they already got. But if they feel like Dame's better than what I have, I'm going to be willing to get rid of it. And we've seen it. It's like beforehand, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I'd be like, nah, it's not possible. But what we've seen in the last 4 years, the league isn't that way anymore. Like, nigga, if they try something and it don't work that year and then someone else comes available, you're seeing trades happening. I'm like, shit, we even talk about Chris Paul to Phoenix Suns, same thing. So I'm like, niggas gonna figure it out. No one thought anyone was gonna take Chris Paul's crazy ass contract. Nigga, the Rockets did and the Phoenix Suns did. So I'm like, it's like money doesn't matter now because there's so much money being generated in the sport. Regardless of what you take, they can buy out any of these niggas at any time. You don't think the Lakers could buy out Westbrook's contract and move on?
I'm not giving that nigga 44 nothing. You better play.
That's what it's about. It's business. So it's like, why would I buy him out of his 44 million contract, whatever the fuck he has left over, and then I get nothing in return? See what I'm saying? Rather than I can pay him in increments and he's still on my team because there's no benefit in buying him out. So I'm like, that's how it's like all this shit. Like, I'm like, niggas, if anything I've learned from the last 4 or 5 years when it comes to basketball, they can do any move or trade they want to do. It's just they're looking at it from all right, how's this? It's got to be a win-win situation. I got to make sure I feel like I won out of the situation. Y'all got to. So I'm telling you, if Dame decides, hey, I want to, or even if Dame doesn't, if the Blazers like, hey, we know what I'm saying, we want to rebuild, you know what I'm saying, we can't keep building around you because Dame's the type of player you have to build around him. They already got Anthony Simmons. So I'm like, he don't fit with Dame. It's already shown a 2-guard joint doesn't work. So I'm like, if they decide like we got to find the best option to move Dame, they're gonna do it, and someone's gonna give them a package where they can do it. Like, it's hard for me to believe not to because Dame's that good. If he wasn't that good, then it's different, in my opinion.
Go, Brian.
Economics, y'all. It trumps everything, unfortunately.
You're probably right. I'm like, you probably can't move him. I'm just like, I just don't see what team he'll go to.
Whatever team feels like he's needed. Whatever team they feel like, hey, we tried this and we gotta move on. Dame's out there. Hey, let's see what happens. I'm like, a non-playoff contending team could be like, hey, I want him. You know what I'm saying? And give them a certain package where, because I'm like, you got to think about it from the Blazers standpoint. If they are thinking about rebuilding and you're talking about 2 years left 2 to 3 years left on the contract Dame has and he's getting paid that much, you don't think they want to move that? There's going to be a team. Shit, the Knicks might want him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's teams out there. Minnesota put together a package where they get him type shit. Like, there's teams out there. It doesn't have to be the top teams, but there's teams out there that can make it work.
Well, the Knicks have a big. That's a dumbass pass. The Knicks have a big enough cap to get Dame because they don't really have a superstar over there.
They all have a big enough cap. I'm
talking about to where they can probably try to get another superstar with him. I'm saying some of these players can get.
Think about it from that perspective.
Yeah, we talking about if they want to win now, you're gonna have to pair Dame with another superstar. He can't do it by himself.
Every team going for Dame isn't going to be in a win now mode. It's going to be like it comes back to money being generated. If I didn't have a player as popular as Dame Lillard, if I didn't have a player as productive, as skillful as Dame Lillard, what happens when I achieve him, even if I let go a lot of people that may possibly be a good team 3 years from now? I make a whole lot of money. Because guess what? Only 10,000 was, or shit, only 7,000 was coming to the game. But when I get Dame, I got 12,000 coming. Now I can put his jersey out there, buy merch, all this type of stuff. So it's like, it's not always about winning. A lot of times, especially nowadays, it's more so about, okay, if I take him on, I know how much more money can be generated within the organization. I'm telling y'all gonna win this game. The Pelicans are weak.
You say that we was up 25 last game and we lost.
As much as I talk shit about AD, y'all didn't have AD. So even though AD's not playing good, his little extra 10 points, you know what I'm saying, or 12 points, whatever
We
the case
got
may be,
19
a
now.
couple rebounds. Let's go with it, Ebony and Sweet. Yeah, we live, bro. This is live right here. This ain't no recording as usual. It's live. We watching this game. Some people. I'm about to use the bathroom real quick. I'm about to lighten up.
Dog?
It's late at where I'm at. I'm about to lighten up, if you know what I mean. It's about that time. My tummy ache went away.
I need to start making some food.
You gotta get up early tomorrow?
Nah.
What you gonna make? You gonna make orange chicken?
I don't know yet. I don't know what I want to make. I might make a hot dog.
Oh, well, you're not at your crib. I just thought about that. Are you?
Oh, that's
no, tripping. All right, hold on. I'm about to go use the bathroom real quick, and then you know what I'm saying, get a little light in me. So I might be slowed down with the conversation because I got all the energy right now.
Bam.
You must be way ahead of me. What's the score on your side?
85-82.
Oh, okay, we're on the same thing, I guess.
Bron got 19 this quarter. I knew he was going crazy.
But how, like, man, how do you feel about that?
20 this quarter now.
How you feel about that though? With Bron basically being y'all best player, because the narrative for the last 3 years with AD was that Bron's not your best player.
Well, whoever was, that's just what they wanted to believe. I always knew he was the best player. Come on, bro, it's LeBron James, bro. What are they talking about? It don't matter how many buckets AD think he can get. He can't control the team. He can't control a defense. He can't control, you know what I'm saying, like Giannis and Embiid, and like, because think about it, when Embiid was having a Philly top 3 all year when Ben wasn't playing. He just got James Harden, like 20 games ago? So it's like Embiid knows how to control a team.
Are you even? It's crazy to me too. How remember when Embiid, he was the injury prone guy. You know what I'm saying?
This is his first healthy season.
Yeah. But even within his injury proneness, you knew there was just an air of dominance to him that I personally never felt when I watched AD.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Embiid he averages 11 free throws a game, bro.
That's just saying, nigga, I'm too big for all y'all. You know what I'm saying? AD, man, I feel like we be getting on AD, but it's like, bro, it's warranted, man. Like, y'all be boosting them crazy. But hold on, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
They gave that man a foul. Oh my goodness.
My shit, man, froze on me. Hold on, let me get this shit right. Salute to the people, though. I'm feeling good. Other than my stomach, man. My stomach is killing me. I'll be right back.
What are they trying to call? The white didn't touch it, so hell no. That don't count. That thing been gone on. Unless they trying to call foul on Stanley. That'd be crazy.
baby, why you follow me? Girl, this is what I follow.
Oh my gosh, they call foul on that. Crazy. Bull. Bunch of bull. Are they serious? What no damn foul.
Excuse me, yo. Back up in this thing like I never. You looking like I just missed something that went bad for the Lakers?
They just called a dumbass foul. Like that shit wasn't no fucking foul.
Y'all still up though? Y'all got that 1 point lead.
Yeah.
Y'all got that 1 point. When did the playoffs start? How long we got to the playoffs?
It's like 7 games left or something like that.
Now, if the Lakers don't make the playoffs, are we gonna still go live for some of them joints, some of the games?
Yeah, I'm interested in the East.
Okay. I'm gonna be down, especially if the Cavs make it. I want to watch at least a couple of them joints. See how they do. I don't see them getting out the first round, unfortunately, but I still want to support. And I'm aware. You know what? I might give me a new Cavs jersey. I'm gonna give me a either a Mobley jersey, but I think a legendary Cavs jersey would, if they got it, would get a Rondo Cavs jersey. You think that would be kind of fake?
Why would it be fake?
I don't know, just because he hasn't been a Cavs that long, a Cavalier, that long.
So,
but neither Mobley, huh? I'm like, he's a rookie. I should probably get a Sexton jersey, huh?
That's your guy.
Yeah. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna get it. I'm like, I'll make sure when we go live for the playoffs. I'm saying this year now, I'm gonna give me a Sexton Cleveland jersey.
I think he out for the year.
I think he's out for the year, yo. But can I say this? Was I not right disputing some of these people trying to say we should just go ahead and trade Sexton and just focus on Garland? Or would you disagree? Be 100.
I thought you was too critical on Garland saying he was weak. I was like, I don't think.
No, you were right about that. You know, I've Zen. He's been correct on the criticism I have sometimes with draft picks for the Cavaliers. I've said certain draft picks that I thought were going to be amazing, and Zen would be like, "Dog, you tripping," and it came out that I was tripping. And Garland was one of those guys where I was the opposite. I was very critical because who was I hoping we got? There was someone I wanted and I was disappointed. I can't remember who it was though. So I don't even know if he's in the league.
I don't remember that draft like that.
Yeah, I don't think
y'all drafted him 4th though.
Yeah, but I remember I was critical. I was like, why would we get Garland? But I was critical because I was such a big Sexton fan. I thought that took away from the development of Sexton. But I was wrong. Garland is a goddamn beast. You were right. I was much too critical. I'm a fan of Garland now. His game is beautiful. He actually reminds me a lot of Kyrie, but in a different way. But I'm talking about the smoothness of his game and the effortless. I'm like, he has a lot of Kyrie in him. It's a beautiful thing. But I think this, despite's not really the right word for me to use, but I'm gonna use it because I can't think of nothing else. But
this nigga had an open 3, and then he goes and does a step back.
My bad, I don't got the game up. But despite I do. I'm just not watching. I'm talking. Despite Kyrie and Dion Waiters not working, which I thought would, I think Garland and Sexton could work. And I think people saying we should trade him and like Garland, that's not. Well, yeah. Go ahead if you got an opinion on that.
I just don't know why Deion Waiters not in the league.
Well, you know why. Them gummies. I think there's certain players in the league, they got a little group who run everything and call the shots. They be like, I'm just waiting for him to fuck up. And when he fuck up, you think you got a second and third chance like the other ones? No. We don't. Nah, we look at you a little different. I think Waiters was one of those guys like that. Just like Beasley was. Never understand why Beasley. Man, I got no idea. Zen would probably know that better than me.
What? Like, who's the number one pick this year? It's probably gonna be Paulo Camaro. The dude from Duke. His name is Paulo. He gonna be
what position he play?
He like a 3-4. He like 6'10", 250.
What about that guy from Gonzaga? I think it is.
Oh, Chet. He might be top 3 pick, but he's not that good to me.
That's that tall white dude, right?
Yeah, he might be like Kelly Olynyk.
He reminds me actually of It's gonna show my age. He reminds me of Adam Morrison.
Adam Morrison was like 6'7". He's 7'1".
I didn't know he was that tall.
Yeah, he's 7'1".
Like 6'9".
No, he's 7'1".
Dang. So Kelly, but it look like he got more bars.
He's skinnier. Like he has a look. God damn.
Like he got a little something. You know what I'm saying? Like he can really shake it.
Like, I mean, he's not like just trash, but I say this: he's not better than Bobo, and Bobo's not playing.
Oh, okay. So you maybe think the physicality is going to be the problem for him. He just don't got enough. You know what I'm saying, for him to be 7'1". Because I think that's the problem with Bobo. I think they're gonna. You know what I'm saying? When you out there, you 7'1", you're going to be playing against dudes like you talking about, Dwight Howard, Joel Embiid, Jokers. Like, we can't, you so tall, like, you got that type of skill set, but we can't, like, but you're not good enough defensively where we can put you on a 3 or a 4. And see, that's why I'm a little scared for KD, because KD's always been good enough defensively. I know this is a random switchback, but it made me think about it. KD's always been good enough defensively. He could guard a 2. Yeah, he could guard. Remember he was guarding Chris Paul?
Who?
KD
can guard anybody.
But I think that's what is going to be his biggest liability going forward is he's going to lose a step defensively. And now, you know what I'm saying? I think that, but anyways, I don't even know where I went with that.
You talking about Bobo? Yeah, Bobo's defense.
Because I was talking about Bobo. Yeah, that's right. I was saying, like, because KD was able to guard anyone, but he was 7 feet. He could be out there all those times. I think Bobo, I'm like, he's too slow-footed to guard more than the 5 position. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, I wonder if this is going to be the same case with the other dude. But the other dude, he looks like a legit 2 or 3 when he's out there. Okay, I don't know about that. You know who that is? Oscar?
They lost in the first round, so I don't know.
Kentucky?
Yeah. The dude from Auburn probably going to get drafted. His name was like Jabari Smith, I think. No, I don't know who that is. I ain't really follow Kentucky, so I don't know. All I know is Chet, Paulo, and then that dude from Auburn. He like 6'10", too. He like 6'10", 220.
What about that guy that I always be seeing on the highlights? Kenny Lofton Jr., the big boy. You think he got a real shot? I like that guy. I want you to do good.
Monk. What team you play on?
Shit. I don't know. I just know he's like 6'6", but he weighs like 310, and he just be dominating.
Oh, you talking about the dude from Louisiana Tech?
6'8". He's 6'8".
The dude from Louisiana Tech?
Yeah, with the light skin.
Yeah, he can be like a big baby in the league or a Paul Millsap.
So you think he's gonna get drafted?
Possibly.
He said AP College of the Year.
Ooh, I see you rush back-to-back threes, boy.
Player of the Year. Oh, my bad. I'm not even watching. What's going on? Who's AP?
It's like all press or something like that. Let me see.
Oh, who do you think AP College of the Year is? I see.
Oh, it's gonna be Paulo for sure.
That's the dude you was talking about?
Yeah, the dude from Duke. He cold.
Who's in they already had the final game, right?
Nah, Final Four is like is it tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow.
You 80 looks like I don't know.
You seen wrestlers hit back-to-back jumpers though, boy?
Yeah, no, but I'm watching AD and I'm just like, for everybody in the impact they say should have, I'm like, he don't even look better than Al Horford out there. Like,
oh, Jabari Smith. Okay, that was his name. They got this dude named Jay Ivey, #1 from Purdue.
Oh shit! Like we don't know what we talking about then.
No, I mean
You know who
Paolo's
that
supposed to
is?
be one. I remember him, but I'm like I only saw
He
one
was
game
nice.
from Purdue, and they lost to that St. Peter's team.
Is I was about to say Will Smith's son. Scottie Pippen's son. Is he getting? He's going to draft.
I don't see him in here.
Oh, okay. He said Oscar won the AP College Player of the Year. So he must be nice
Oscar,
then.
what's his
The dude from
name?
Kentucky.
Shoot, I don't see no Oscar in his mock draft.
Maybe he ain't declared though.
Excuse me.
Or you can only be College Player of the Year if you declare it. I don't know.
No, I'm like even if he declares or not, he can still be on the mock draft. Okay, I see him now. He's 6'9". He's a big. Oh, okay. I know you're talking about that big. I think he averaged like 18 and like what did he average this year? He averaged 17 and 15 rebounds. Yep.
Damn. That's Michael Beasley numbers.
No. Don't do that to Michael Beasley. Michael
I
Beasley
know.
averaged 25.
Why do people
26
bro,
a game and 12
Beasley
rebounds.
was one of the coldest niggas to ever play the game, man. If you you'll never see
dude.
Beasley.
He's gonna be okay. He's gonna be like a Bigsback Biombo in the league, honestly, dog.
You remember when I thought Bismack Biyombo was going to be like a big deal?
Shoot, Michael Jordan thought that. That's why he stayed on the Hornets so long.
Well, I want to say that I just always picked him up on my 2K team because I just always felt like he was better than what people thought. But to me, like the second coming to Bismack is the dude on Orlando Magic, the center.
Mo Bamba?
Yeah, Bamba. Because I thought Bamba was going to be really good.
At least 7 feet though. Like
Bismack, but he ain't better than Biyombo. Biyombo's better than Mo Bamba. Chill.
I don't know. Mo Bamba has some time. I just think that the Magic is not a good spot for him, honestly. Because when Bismack was over there, he wasn't that good.
They traded Vucevic just to give him time. No one ever believed in. The only person who believed in Biyombo like that was Jordan and the Bobcats. But I'm like, the team that was around him, he really didn't get no chance to shine. Like he already had niggas that was really doing what they did. At least Bamba's in a position where he has a glorified point guard that can get his own bucket, but also get him involved, and he's not doing it. They traded Vucevic strictly because they believed in Bamba that much. Ain't no one had that much faith in Biyombo.
That's a tough shot by B.I.
He watching the stream. You know you don't want to acknowledge the truth. You know Biyombo better than Bamba. You tripping, bro.
That's your opinion, dog. I'm taking Mo Bamba over that man any day.
I'll take Biyombo any day.
Biyombo can't even shoot threes.
Second round pick. Huh?
Obama can't even shoot threes.
Bamba can shoot threes, but he don't got the his defense is nowhere near Biyombo's.
I don't know about that. He averages 1.8 blocks a game.
I don't go off of statistics. I go off of what I watch and I see. And the bigger impactful player I've seen is Biyombo. Biyombo is now I'm not comparing him necessarily now because he's older, but in his when he was
his best year was in Toronto, bro.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's
statistically.
No, just like play wise, like when he got 26 rebounds a game, he was out there beating shit on Brian.
Bamba like, ain't never even sniffing 26. Nigga.
Damn, they call a foul on that.
Just the fact that you remembered that off the top of your head tells me Biyombo's a better player.
I just remember those playoffs, man.
I'm just saying, remember a time of Bamba where he put up stats like that.
I don't see Scottie Pippen Jr. in his mock draft. Now, if he gets picked up by a team, don't be surprised. But he's not in his mock draft.
But he has to enter, doesn't he? Isn't he in his last year, his senior? Or is it junior?
Well, they got that COVID year, so he might have one more year.
Oh, is that new? Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, COVID. Yeah.
A lot of people got their year back, even though they played that COVID season.
I don't think that would benefit him, though. I'm like, he already opted to stay a little bit longer because
is top 75 player all time. He need to go on the team. He gonna get on the team. That's just evident.
He'll be on the team. I think he's good enough to.
If Zaire Williams, oh my God, Russ. If Zaire Williams could get, Zaire Williams. Why can you say Zaire Wade can get on a G League team in Utah? Best believe Scottie Pippen Jr. can get on the team.
But you know, one of the biggest robberies. I know. Once again, this is random and it shows my age. The fact that Tyler Hansbrough had such a long career and Ben Hansbrough never even was able to sniff the league is one of the most.
You think he had a long career? He played like 7 seasons. I guess that's a long
career in the NBA, nigga. 7 seasons.
But you gotta remember though, that's the all-time. He was the all-time
That's
leading
me
ACC
being
scorer.
20 years old to 27.
But I'm saying he was the all-time leading ACC scorer. Of course, he was gonna get that much. And he's 6'9". Ben is 6'4".
Ben was colder than that nigga.
But you gotta remember, Jimmy Fredette didn't even play long, and Jimmy Fredette, one of the coldest college players I've ever seen.
Ben Hansbrough was better than Jimmy Fredette.
Okay,
yes,
now you're just talking. You're talking.
Yes, he is. Jimmy Fredette was a better scorer than Ben Hansbrough, but Ben Hansbrough was like Steve Nash in the league. Excuse me, in college. That nigga did everything.
My point is, if you can average 28 points a game,
Jimmy was a one stylistic type player. He could just score and that's it. And that's why he never was able to match. Now, see, if he was in today's league, nigga would have a long career.
Bro, Ben Hansbrough is not better than TJ McConnell.
What? Oh my, that's disrespectful, bro.
He's not.
Yes, he is. TJ McCollum's also a good. I think TJ McCollum is better than Jimmy Fredette, though. So I agree with that. No, I don't agree he's better than Ben. I think Ben Hansbrough is better than TJ McCollum, but that's like saying TJ McCollum ain't better than Jimmy Fredette. TJ McCollum is better than Jimmy Fredette.
I'll take Jimmy before him.
No, Jimmy Fredette is a one-way player. All he can do is shoot. He doesn't make anything else better around him.
Have you seen his China stats?
As does TJ McCollum.
Have you seen his China stats? So before you
say
that,
China stats, I'm going off of when he was in the NBA and when he was in college.
I'm specifically
going off when he was in college.
Remember in the NBA, he was playing behind Isaiah Thomas.
When he's in college,
he was behind Isaiah Thomas and Tyreek Evans. He's not better than either of those two players. So,
I'm not talking about playing time. I'm not talking about playing time. Just what he does on the court. And always it came down to if he's on the court, it had to center around him. For Ben, you don't have to do that. Ben was able to get people involved, play good defense. Also bigger than Jimmy Fredette. Like Ben was a better player. He was a better all-around player. Just because he didn't put up 30 a night does not mean he's not a better player than Jimmer. Yes, Jimmer could score much better. He could shoot much better, but he couldn't do the other things Ben was able to do.
Jimmer just came at the wrong time. If Jimmer was to enter the draft now, bro, he'd be getting
playing time. If we're talking about then, now we're talking about now. I still think Ben's like Goran Dragic. You know what I'm saying? Right-handed. Ben Hansbrough was cold. I don't care what nobody say. Shit. I don't care what nobody say. And then also pull him, but I'm not even gonna get into it. I said pulling. All right, what's going on over here? I haven't been watching the game none. Y'all up? Okay. I told y'all gonna win. You doubted me. I'm just telling y'all better than the Pelicans. With AD, even if AD is not playing well, think about it. How many points have y'all been losing by to these teams lately? 6, 8, 10. You bring AD in, he gets his little funky 12, 14 points. You know, if we're not talking about an elite team, y'all gonna get the W. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see, man. You speaking too early, man. I done seen the Lakers choke so much this year.
I know you scared, but you a fan. Lakers is your team, so it's like, you know what? I understand. Like, I'm not trying to jinx.
Like, if you was talking about Cleveland, like Cleveland knows how to close games. I've seen them close games that people probably thought they should have lost. So if you have that confidence, it makes sense. Like, I can't have confidence that we lost to OKC 3 times this year. Why the fuck are we losing to OKC 3 times?
Lately, we've been slipping.
Why
I've been wishing we had sex.
Are we losing to OKC?
No, there's no reason behind that.
Okay. So you
That's
can't have me have an optimistic mindset. When I seen them blow games they shouldn't have blown.
Look, y'all did not have DJ Augustine. If y'all had Augustine, y'all would have won all those games.
You trolling. It must be April Fool's for you again.
It is. It don't end for another 15 minutes. So I had to get one joke in, goddammit.
This guy's crazy.
I'm actually surprised. Like Estrada didn't come in this joint and talk shit. I think if y'all lose, he would.
He can still talk shit. We're not even in the play-in right now because the Spurs won. So we're still gonna be. If we win this game, we're just gonna be tied.
I thought they was losing. Wasn't they losing?
No, the Spurs
played the Nuggets.
No, the Timberwolves played the Nuggets today.
That's right. That's why I got fucked up.
They played the Blazers. That's why they won. They played the Blazers. Garb. Do
you guys play the Spurs again or not?
No.
So if y'all end up having the same record, the Spurs get in.
Most likely. And we got to play Denver next, Phoenix, Golden State, OKC, and then Denver. So it's not looking good for us.
Of those games that you just said, who do you think, how many, what's the possibility of y'all winning? What games do you for sure be like, yeah, we finna win those? Or do you feel, you know,
It just depends. Like if the Denver Nuggets are cool with their spot is, and they just say like we're gonna rest Joker, we're gonna rest, you know, our guys, then we can win them. You know what I mean? That's a very good possibility.
I'll always be in support of Stanley Johnson just because, you know what I'm saying, of the area, he's from, all that good stuff, work hard, but I don't know, man.
Rest out here just fouling.
Stanley kind of weak.
He was the truth in high school though, but I just realized how big he was.
That's what I was about to say, because the nigga was 6'9".
Nah, he's 6'6".
I love my
hypocrisy.
I love my hypocrisy on that so much. I hate when niggas would say that to me, but I used to tell you I'm not that big. I'm only 6'4". At the time, I'm only 6'3".
It's because how you carried yourself though. Like you just like you always had like a bigger torso, so it's like you look bigger than what you probably, you know, gave off.
I did no weights, nothing like that.
I'm just talking about.
I was actually
when I realized
when I graduated and went to college, I was like, man, I'm skinny.
I just meant like your base, like how you carried yourself. You feel me? Like you walked tall, like you had great posture. Like dudes didn't have that great of posture back then.
But when I hooped, though, it was because LeBron was my favorite player.
So there you go. But I'm like,
I tried to play, but also no, actually, it was also because of my brother. Yeah, niggas always got in the fights every time we played, so it was like I always felt
every time it never failed. I think Sultana was the craziest one though. I think that was the craziest one because you just was really not. You was with all you said. I'm not scared no more, bro. What's good? What's good? I'm like,
yeah.
I remember your eyes though, like how intense they was. But you was calm though. But you was intense. You was just like,
I was ready, nigga. I grew up, nigga. I was tired of this shit, man. I was like, nigga, you ain't feeling it. Ain't no one. I love that nigga though. I love you, bro. For real.
Nah, it takes that friction right there to really build you though. For real. Like having those because think about it, if you have those when you get older, you just like, I've been here before. Like this nothing new. Versus somebody else, they're gonna be like,
but I will say this, it does help a little bit when you do a little training. It does make you a little bit more confident when you like, okay, nigga, as I got older,
don't downplay your work. It's not no little nothing. You put countless hours and countless rounds and countless repetition. Don't dissipate your work down. A lot of work.
Still am. I'm not what I used to be. I'm definitely not.
Don't say that, bro. You really work probably like still a lot of people that you bro. It's just your distance. Stop. This guy right here, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. This guy's distance.
Don't start.
Nope, we starting. Because you out here trying to cap.
I got to give it up. I have to give it up.
No, you capping. Look, this dude's range and distance and the way he can set you up is unbeknown because he can switch stances and each hand got the same power as the other. Now, he might have a little bit more power than one, but
I wish he is, bro. He is. That's why I'm like, don't do the hype. But last one, see though, like we put the videos. I wish I would have really recorded when I was in the gym because I'm like, when we did the videos, it was me and we was doing that. Like that's not me going. Like that's us. Like, but I wish I would have recorded some of the things when I was with Coach.
Bro, think about this. When I was rolling. Look, you're saying that you're downplaying yourself, and I'm not. Okay, I appreciate the hype man comment, but I'm not hyping.
I roll with some high level dudes.
No. I'm not hyping this guy. We talking about he's trained with dudes that are 6'4", southpaws. We 6'4", that's been in the game over a decade, and he's holding his own, and he's getting compliments. So you only can think he's gotten better since then. I'll tell you, he has his jab, his footwork, his IQ.
I get it better now. But I think what my problem
that makes you a better fighter, though. It's all about the IQ. It's like basketball.
But my problem now is I'm confused though because I don't know if I want to just strictly do boxing or if I want to get back. I honestly think just because of nigga, I feel like I'm not gonna say that. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like if I want to just do, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like my IQ for boxing is on a whole nother level, and how I train it and what I do is like I really want to get back in there. But for me, sometimes I just be feeling like something is missing when I'm doing that. It's just like I can't do everything. Like I really do enjoy the aspect of being able to kick knee, you know what I'm saying, throw elbows, and then mixing. Like I remember, like I do miss that shit. Like I've been missing that for a while.
Though, as far as just everything, that's why I'm saying the work. Like I'm not talking about boxing. I'm talking about everything.
The work.
Like, you'll give anybody to work. It's like, okay, you can sit in the boxing stands, but if you feel like that's not going to give you an advantage, you could switch to Muay Thai real quick. I'm saying the versatility that you have. You can't have no boxer right now. Not trying to come at any, but I say a majority of boxers gonna be like, all right, switch it up right now and let's get some kicks in. They're gonna be like, they ain't gonna know what to do. Versus you gonna be like,
my left
what's
leg
good?
kick would be trash though, just because of my knee.
That's just because you're not testing it yet.
I know. My biggest problem though is like I got to get back into like a for real gym. I got to get up because I'm in shape now, so I'm like, there's nothing keeping me from, you know what I'm saying.
I'll say this, bro. If you want some good assurance for yourself in the future, it took me about, because I came back from my injury. It took me about almost like midway through. I want to say midway, like I say like 8 games into my first actual playing at Eli for me to actually kind of start trusting my leg. Because even when I would go for dunks, I would always land on my right leg. And my only reason I know it, started being conscious of it, because my brother was like, "Why you keep landing on your right leg?" I'm like, what you mean? He's like, you're not landing on both feet. You keep landing on just one leg. I'm like, I am? But I didn't know about it because you know what I'm saying? Like my leg was fine, but I psychologically wasn't trying to like wear, you know what I'm saying? But it was healthy though, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's going to take you some time, but I'm trying to let you know your leg is probably 100%, if not 100%, 90 to 95%. It's there. It's just,
it has to be. I'm running the best miles I've ever, like my mile time, this is the best mile time I've ever been. Like I really feel in shape. Like even today when I went in, I was like, my coworker, he was like, I don't know, that was obvious, but he was like, look like you lost weight in your face. I was like, I've been like doing weight, just more cardio. So hey man,
not to come at him, but I'm just like, I've never thought to look at your face like, hey bro, you look a little, you lost a couple of pounds.
Respectfully,
right
I love you. I love everybody. I never raise you up. I work with white people, so they gonna, yeah. But I was like, okay. But I was like, I've just been doing, So I'm like, I know I'm getting really toward that shape, and then like I felt the pounds come off. That's why I was frustrating the last 2 days. I had to not do nothing, but that pain was killing me. I was like, man, I just want to be alive.
Like it's worse than like almost anything else, unless you probably got like a herniated disc or something like that. Because I'm like, the pain don't go nowhere. Like,
bro, it's there.
Like if your ankle hurt, you can move it to a point where you're like, all right, I'm good. And then once you move it, you're like, But then like once you kind of get back,
tiger balm on that joint.
Yeah, like with this.
It's no. Like,
it just stay right there. It's just like, it's like somebody's just like holding it, like holding with some pliers, and it's just like going like this. You just like, it won't stop.
That's how I know I'm not. This just came to me. That's what I was thinking, or I know to an extent. I'm like, look, if a motherfucker had to torture me for information, I ain't gonna be no bitch nigga. I ain't gonna give it up right away. But there's gonna be a certain point where I'm like, all right, look, stop all this. I'm gonna tell you everything. I was like, after this, I was like, all right. It's like, I'm like, the way I was, because I was like, man, I don't need no, ibuprofen, nothing. I'm just like, I'm good. Like, it just, wow. I was like, I can't concentrate on anything. Like, all I'm thinking about is the pain.
The pain, yeah, it could just really don't go. That's why I was like, that's why I kept telling you, like, I understand, like, where you're like, because when you don't have that pain, you can't even relate. Like, once you have it, you like, bro, you don't even care the cost or whatever. You just like make it stop.
Just we'll go. And nigga, I got dental insurance and everything, nigga, because I was like, I don't know, because he was talking about he's gonna have to do a root canal on my tooth type shit. I was like, man,
he didn't want to do it.
No, he said he's like, he said he wanted to be sure. Apparently, I got long teeth, and they go deep down to my gums. So there's a specialist, so he wanted me to go there. So I got that's scheduled for next week. So I gotta go there, and if he confirms it, then I go back, and then I get the root canal for the.
You ain't gonna feel that joint, but it's crazy though, because I had it. You already know I had to get one.
Yeah, that's way back there.
But it feels regular though.
He kept asking me, bro. He was like, did you have any trauma? Like, why? Like, and he just kept asking me. I was like, are you talking about the way my teeth is? How my tooth's way back there? I was like, nah, my teeth been like that for the longest I can remember. He was like, there has been no trauma to it. I was like, he just couldn't. I was like, bro, like, come on, man. No,
I know a person.
I'm like, that ain't been like that. He's acting like I got beat or something. I was telling him something like, if you're getting beat at home and your wife just don't like you and she's hitting you with chairs, tell me. I'll call the police right now. I'm just like, that's how he was acting. I was like, oh,
man, what type of abuse you think my teeth are receiving?
Like, I just been abused and I didn't want to tell him what happened. Like, nigga, I'll call the cops right now on your parents. How y'all let the Pelicans come back? I thought that shit was over.
Bro, we was only up 6 most, but like at most, bro. I don't know why you kept saying it was over. Like, what is he watching? He must not be able to see the score.
Even Ebony and Sweet said it. He said, "Damn, it's a rap." I thought it was a rap. Y'all might
Y'all
lose.
don't know the Lakers. That's all that is. You got Valanciunas hitting threes. I'm telling y'all, man, it's not.
I'm thinking LeBron's still the same, man. I think okay, y'all you're good. Y'all got Bron, man, and AD's back. You know what I'm saying? And he's supposed to be making a difference. He not making a difference.
You already know how he played, bro. Pull up by VI. He gonna make this. They're not. I just know basketball, man.
Y'all defense is just real. Just
trash.
I know it's Bron on BI type shit, but still, man.
He gotta make that.
Oh my gosh. Can I ask you something? Like,
this is my last game I'm watching all season. I'm not watching nothing else. I don't care. This is the last game. We can't beat the Pelicans full strength.
Y'all weak, man. I'm sorry, bro.
AD getting bullied down there. Hey, why
look,
is the White not in the game? Why is the White not in the game?
Yeah, that's a good point. But remember when I said BI finna really take over and he's gonna really close the game out for them? Y'all just don't got a closer, bro. AD's supposed to be that guy. AD out there, man, he looks out of shape, man. If you want to be 100 with you, like he
probably is out of shape, bro. Motherfucker ain't played basketball since February.
They're not even guarding him. Like, they giving him wide open shots, bro.
I don't know how he's missing that, bro. If I was at a gym and they giving me shots like that, bro, I'm making those, bro.
And then think about the fact, and just add the fact he's 6'10", so he's closer to the hoop, even from that far away. You know what I'm saying?
It's just crazy. Y'all jinxed it, though. I told you. Y'all just want to keep bumping y'all lips. Tell me,
AD is weak, dog. If I get anything from this, is that AD is trash, bro. Not only
that's somebody we need to trade for Dame Lillard.
Shit, nigga, package him and Westbrook up, but they're not gonna take it because they're in rebuilding mode, and that's why getting rid of Dame is gonna be easy because they're gonna be willing to take a couple draft picks and some young players because they don't want superstars coming over who we got to build teams around who are old and they don't belong here no more. And that was my point from the beginning. So I just proved my goddamn point. It ain't going to be hard to move Dame. Just like you said, he's going to be older. So he's going to send them to a team that wants to win now. They want to sell tickets. And they're going to be okay with accepting some young players and some draft picks and some cash. Because I'm telling you right now, y'all best option when it comes to the Lakers, y'all got to get rid of AD, man. He's weak, bro.
Some guys change.
Old news, man. He's old news, man. You can only have so many injuries until you just got to accept what it is. He ain't never gonna be the same. And you know what? You were just talking about something similar earlier about KD. As much as I love KD, he's still one of the best players I've ever seen eye test. He is not going to be the same KD we used to. He has just been through too many injuries, man.
It's not really been one, but it just was the Achilles.
The last injury he had, he after Achilles, he was dealing with something over the offseason, wasn't he? And then recently he had something.
The offseason, he was fine. It just he bumped his knee like in
That's
January.
the injury. That matters.
It is, but I'm saying like it's not like catastrophic.
We don't know how catastrophic it was.
No, I'm saying I've seen him playing the other night. Like he can get 40 still easy. Like,
but it's not the same. It's not the same.
I just think it's
even
just
when he gets 40, they still losing. When KD used to get 40, they ain't losing. Y'all finna lose. How you feel about that?
I just hate that they have to do so much just to get AD the ball for him to feel like he's in position to score.
Well, that's been his game. And look, I think I understood what LeBron and the team was thinking. LeBron always felt like he can always I can give it to you in a spot where you need it. I always make sure you're in the right spot. You know what I'm saying? But I think the problem that we're seeing though is the chemistry. I don't think he never expected AD to have so many health problems. So there's no way you can build chemistry. I'm like, even with Kyrie, people don't understand. LeBron said, I'm going back to the Cavs because Kyrie is there. Kyrie had a lot of injury problems before then. He wouldn't be able to play full seasons, but he believed in his ability so much, and it worked out. It was the same thing with AD. It did work out, whether you want to count the bubble or not. But the fact is, if you're not playing, you can't build chemistry. And with LeBron and how his game is, like, nigga, you got to build chemistry.
This game's over. I'm turning this shit off.
Sorry, bro. I took that L right there, man.
We're not going to no damn playoffs, bro.
Y'all was full power, man. It's crazy, too, because I'm like, are you watching the way AD is running up the floor? Or did you watch it? Like, he's never ran up the floor. Like, he looks like a true big man when he runs up and down the floor now. Like, but he doesn't play like it. You know what I'm saying?
Bron just had 38 again. Wasteful.
Like, AD doesn't look the same, bro. Like, he looks flat-footed, heavy on his feet, slow. One of the things that worked for him at the position he was in was the fact that he was faster than everybody. He don't have that no more. They need this. Good hit, Bradley. There you go. Come on now. Come on now. I got one chance.
It's over. We have nobody to close the game. LeBron's gonna if they get fouled and they get the 2 free throws, LeBron's gonna get the ball. He's gonna do some type of weird step back shot. He's gonna miss it, and then it's just gonna be the end of the season.
Why does Bron have to be the guy that fucks everything?
Who's gonna shoot it,
man?
bro?
Give it to AD, weak ass.
Oh, come on, bro.
Get that boy, man.
Melo want to have a sickness today.
Shit, Carmelo ain't doing shit for y'all neither, man.
He'd have been better than Stanley Johnson's 4 points.
Yeah, man. I think Stanley Johnson was a bad pickup for y'all. Y'all could have had Beasley, even Augustine, man. That's a bad pickup too, man. Shit, go get LiAngelo Ball, goddammit. I'm like, bro, y'all be picking...
I told y'all get my boys. I told y'all. Y'all ain't want this.
Remember when y'all niggas had Wesley Johnson? Where is he?
Mm-hmm.
I bet you Bron like Jared Dudley. Why'd you retire, bro?
I'm crazy.
Hey, I lowball think Ebony is sweet. None of that. I feel like he's rubbing it in your face because it's the same thing as when Blair the Cobbs lost. So he's like, man, I see the pain. We coming back. I see the pain. All right, let me.
I told y'all what was gonna happen, man. Y'all went. The game's over. Y'all got this game. Y'all just
let me
talking.
Just no, for real. Like I believe in Bron, man. They don't want to give that man no calls, man. They don't want to give that man no calls, man. Bron has never ever had he like Shaq, man. They don't ever give him the calls he deserves, man. It's disrespect. He needs respect.
CJ McCollum.
Oh man, why'd you ruin it for me? McCollum just hit a buck.
No, he didn't hit no buck, but he gonna get some free throws.
Oh, he got fouled. Okay, yeah, it's not a good look. He'll hit both of them. Maybe I can get like a 3 or something.
No, I told you what's gonna happen. Brian gonna get the ball. He gonna do something, shoot the shot. He gonna miss it, and they gonna.
Did you watch that sequence though? Did you watch the sequence, or did you just see he got free throws?
I just saw he got free throws. I saw Russ fouled out.
So can I say something? I just watched the sequence, nigga. They inbounded the ball to someone. They passed it to someone else. They passed it to another person, and then they passed it to CJ, and then they fouled CJ, bro. They didn't foul the first person who got the ball. Now, can I ask you, does that sound rigged to you, or I'm confused? Because why did they wait until CJ had the ball to foul him? Why would you have him shoot the free throws?
We just suck, bro.
But that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, they thought they was gonna get a steal off a double team, nigga. They passed the ball 2 or 3 times. Like after the first pass, like they waited until CJ got the ball and then they fouled. Yeah, it's game, bro. That doesn't even make any sense. That seemed rigged to me. That was weird, bro. Why would you not foul off the first pass? You waited until CJ got the ball. Oh, I'm gonna foul CJ. Bet.
I just can't believe Frank Vogel survived the whole year coaching us.
Shit, y'all should have never hired that nigga.
I'm so disappointed, man. I know I shouldn't have watched that damn game. I know it.
Sorry, dog. I thought y'all was gonna get the W, man. I'm gonna be 100 with you.
Yeah, we have to play a game for the rest of the year.
But what if y'all could just go on a crazy streak? Y'all just win the next 7 games. Like on some crazy shit.
There's only 6 games left, and we're not gonna win them.
You just win the next 6 games or some crazy shit. Cause I'm like Phoenix lost today, so I'm like Phoenix is beatable.
I lied. It's only 5 games left.
Yeah, I just won the next 5. All right, y'all not gonna make it. I'm sorry, bro.
I told you, bro.
Hey,
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? LeBron missed the 3. I knew he was gonna shoot that shit.
Don't put it on LeBron, man. You
I'm
gotta do
not
that.
putting on LeBron. I just predicted what the fuck was gonna happen. I'm like, they're gonna give it to Bron. He gonna shoot something up, and then he gonna just walk off the court. I've seen it too many times this year.
Bron, man.
I've seen it too many times.
You don't gotta disrespect Bron like that.
I've already seen it too many times this year, man.
There ain't no reason for the disrespect.
Ain't disrespecting him. I'm just telling you the deal.
What if they just win the next five games?
You gotta hope the Spurs lose the rest of their games.
They might. You never know.
Doubt it.
But they might. You don't know. Don't be surprised, nigga. I understand, though. You upset, man. You didn't expect to get the L. I didn't expect y'all to get the L. I thought y'all was going to get the W, man.
I just knew he was going to get the L. That's why I'm more disappointed.
I'm sorry, dog. I can see the disappointment in your face. I wish everything was better for you, man. But your team is trash, man. And it's not LeBron's fault. It's because y'all believe in AD. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but I remember when you told me how good AD was. So you're going to have to take this one on you.
I just know that I just look more foolish because I was so happy about our offseason acquisitions. Oh, we got Melo, we got Dwight, we got Rondo, we got all these guys. It's just weakest season I've ever seen.
To be fair, I was excited as well. I thought Westbrook and LeBron would work, and it doesn't. Now, would Westbrook and LeBron work if they were maybe 4 years younger? Yes. But unfortunately, the older them doesn't work. Now, the younger them, think about Westbrook and LeBron and they prime together. That's that, right? Maybe not. Maybe it never works. Maybe it's all a fantasy and we just want to believe something that's not really there. That's probably the case.
Bron came to the team. He did get us a ring, I guess, but now our future is just over. The Lakers ain't gonna be shit for the next 10 years.
But can we be honest? Can we be honest? Let's be 100. I know a lot of y'all Laker fans like to jump there and be like, LeBron came and ruined our team and he could have had a bright future. Like, nigga, if he didn't come, what's your future? What would you potentially could have had that so I can look forward to this? Huh? What? Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, Julius Randle, and B.I.? You really think that's going to work?
Even if he was weak, we could have got some draft picks. I don't know, man. We don't got no draft picks in 2027, bro.
But motherfuckers, like, it's
how
funny
long that is from now?
No, it's just funny to me when I listen to Lakers fans because y'all so used to always being in a situation where y'all might win some or be in the playoffs. It's like y'all don't understand rebuild mode means y'all ain't gonna be shit for at least 5-6 years unless you trade for a superstar. And we're in the 2K era of NBA. Like,
excuse me.
Let's just be 100.
I ain't even do all that.
Y'all in a position right now where if y'all wanted to, y'all could package up some players and y'all can make a trade. Now, it might not be the greatest trade, but it can still keep you in contention. Like, trust me, as long as y'all got LeBron, y'all always going to have a chance to make the playoffs. But y'all going to have to choose whether or not y'all going to want to keep AD. That's the question.
Trade him for a bag of rocks.
Because AD, let's be 100. Y'all talking about, oh, our future is shot and all that stuff. And that's why I be like Lakers fans are so fickle. Y'all short-sighted. Because y'all wanted the AD trade because y'all said AD was finna be your future. LeBron made a point to say, like, look, this ain't my team. This is AD's now, and y'all all roll with it. Yeah. Ooh. So don't blame this on LeBron. AD was y'all future. Y'all gave AD the contract. Y'all expected AD to be the face of the franchise the next, 3 or 4 years. Now that he's not, y'all gonna make a decision whether y'all gonna keep him or trade him. And you know that's true. That's why you shaking your head like that.
I need to trade him for Dame Dollar.
But it's crazy because Dame and LeBron will work. Because LeBron works well with, you know what I'm saying? I don't really understand why people thought LeBron and AD would work. When has LeBron ever won a chip with a big man? He's always been the big man to an extent. And then, you know what I'm saying? People, associate Dwayne Wade.
Chris Bosh and K Love. That's what they're going to say.
Nah, but his secondary to go to was who? Kyrie. His secondary to go to was Dwayne. So he's really better with a guard. He plays the big man. And K Love and Chris Bosh, they had to come from having a bigger man's game and have to shoot threes. You see what I'm saying? So it's like people don't realize that. I'm like, if LeBron don't have a really
it's
good
all
guard
because
to play
Bron
off,
signed him to Clutch Sports and they just vouched for him. And now it's just at that time he wanted to get out of it. Just was everything
talk
that
about
just
the business. There you go. That's the reason why. It's all about the business. That's always what it comes down to. I believe in that.
It's just crazy because I'm like, I don't see Bronny getting drafted, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, like he's pretty good, but like I gotta see what he does in college, I guess, if he even goes to college. But
what we just talk about.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
Scottie Pippen Jr.
But that's different.
Even though that's a different level, I know Scotty's really performing at that level, but still, or what we talk about with Dwayne Wade's son.
But I'm like, none of them, like Dwayne's son didn't get drafted though. I'm saying, like, what team? Like, if a team really drafts Bronny, like, not trying to come at Bronny. Bronny goes to college and he shows
they
like
don't
he's a good player.
Draft him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm like, even if they pick him up though, I'm just like, that's just gonna be so crazy because I'm like,
that's the thing. It's like
that's too much influence in my opinion. Because I'm like, now you're gonna take a spot from a dude that's actually worked his ass off his whole career.
Ain't nothing new, nigga.
But I'm just saying, like, as far as being publicized, like, if, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's just
ain't nothing new, nigga. What you mean? That happens all the time. We just talked about a couple examples.
I don't know. I just think that's just crazy.
That's life, man. It's about who you know, not what you know. Especially when you get higher and higher in these, you know what I'm saying, rankings. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that ain't nothing new. I'm telling you, I'm telling you right now, even if he doesn't get drafted, he gonna be on the team. And it's gonna be the one LeBron on.
He's probably not even gonna play.
If LeBron's still playing, he gonna play, nigga. You know how much money that
sell in the game?
You know how much money that sell and business he sell? It's like they're saying what they're saying now about him being a potential draft pick because that's Bron boosting the stock. He's like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? If he gets drafted, I want to be able to go there. When there's a reality, he may not get drafted. And if he doesn't, Bron can be wherever he wants. And yeah, come on, you know what I'm saying? I want him on the team. If Dwayne Wade could pull that shit, that nigga buy a stake in damn, we just had a red. You gonna be mad when you see this one, dog.
I already seen it.
Oh, that's why you got that face.
I'm just like, man, Pelican
I'm gonna
fans
let you address it because that be sweet.
I just like Pelican fans can't even be that happy, bro. Like they ain't been good
Jeff
since
Barber.
Chris Paul been there, man.
I never seen Jeff Barber in here, man. If you come up here, at least hit the subscribe button and like the video. We said Pelicans beat you. We have your lottery pick. How you feel about that?
Do something with it. If Zion leave, y'all gonna be hurt.
By the way, so y'all can see, I'm a Cleveland fan. Zen. Anyways, Zen is the Lakers fan. See how I'm trying to start some beef? Bronny got everything, man.
Yeah, Bronny got it made.
Jeff Barber said, thanks for the lottery pick. How you feel about that? He's talking.
I'm not even tripping, man. When they even can get past the first round, then they can speak to me.
And I'm just saying, depending
They
on
ain't been past the first round since Rondo and Drew Holiday was on the team. You know how long ago that was?
And real quick, Jeff, I'm assuming Pelicans must be your favorite team because you can't come in here talking shit about another team and not drop who your favorite team is. Because I'm like, you got to be able to, if you bring the smoke, you got to be able to take the smoke too. Because I'm like, my team has been weak for the last 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, something like that.
Bro, y'all just got weak 3 years ago, 4 years ago when Brown left. Y'all was going to the finals every year.
That's a good point. But see, I don't count those years for some reason because it was fake.
You can't say you can't count. You went to 4 straight finals and won a shit.
I just remember when we had Bynum, and I thought it was gonna be different.
I remember you was how you said, yeah, you're a week now. We got Bynum. And then like 2 weeks later,
I was talking so much shit.
You was like, oh nah. And then he just went out the league after, yeah, bro. That was a bad look. I'm like, why does he have half his hair braided, bro? And he just said, stop, baby girl. I'm like,
I talk so much shit that nigga, we about to be nice, boy. We got Bynum, Irvin, Kai, boy.
Dion, he was like, it's over.
3 games.
He just, I don't know what happened to Bynum, man. That's crazy. That just shows you how great of a leader Kobe was, even though everybody tried to say he wasn't. Because I'm like, Bynum hooped when Kobe was there.
Shit, Bynum was damn near on his path to be a Hall of Famer. Well, he was hooping. Niggas forget. I'm like, that nigga had put up solid numbers. He was dominant, bro.
No, Bynum
he was dominant.
Yeah, good footwork, good touch.
Yeah, but
I just never forget that Christmas game because I was really watching and Shaq had just dunked on him and pushed him to the floor. And he just came back down, hit him with the little shimmy shake and just dunked it. And then they got into it and then Shaq pushed him in his chest.
See, I remember Cunningham, but Scotty is the other dude I be hearing a lot of people talking about. I don't think he should win it.
No, he's not going to win it.
He should not win it. He is not better than Mobley. Scotty Barnes, he's very athletic. He has a great build. He's been able to utilize that build and his athleticism, but he is not even close to being as skilled as Mobley.
Mobley cold, man. He's 7-footer, really got touch. Y'all team is really good because I'm like, you was talking shit about K-Love, man, but he coming off the bench has really been a good
I talk shit about K-Love because the years when we had Sexton and he was a leader, he was toxic to the team, bro. I'm like, the only reason is like I appreciate Love and stuff, but that nigga fake, bro. Like when we was really going through the shits, he was toxic, bro.
Yeah, after was, like, LeBron
left, like, he was on some bullshit. And I'm like, that didn't help Sexton. None. Like people don't know the shit that Sexton did with the team that he had. People don't even understand, man. And that's why I give credit to Osman too. I think Seti Osman, a lot of people don't talk about. I'm like, he's finna be solid in the year,
Okoro nice though. That's who nice for y'all.
Nigga, I've been known because y'all want to talk all that shit. It is what it is. Go on my 2K. I ain't played it forever, but go on the 2K19 or whatever. I still had the roster. I had Okoro his rookie year, nigga. I knew that nigga was gonna be nice.
I just remember when everybody was telling me Dante Exum was supposed to be this, and this. This man not even in the league no more.
Bro, Barber said Scotty Cade and Giddy Clear Mobley. That's cap.
Nah, Mobley
ain't no way you taking Cade, Scotty. Are you saying so you basically just saying that Mobley went on a good team? That's lowball what you saying. Like that's the only reason why he's shining.
They got the 4th pick for a reason.
I know. I'm like, there's a reason why we in the playoffs this year and we look like we a good team. Like, nigga, we didn't have Mobley last year, but we had the same team last year with Sexton. There's nothing different about our team this year other than, a lot of niggas don't want to talk about this either. Rubio made a big difference for our team as well.
No, Rubio was hooping.
But
hurt himself.
I'm like, other than that, I'm like, we had, essentially the same team as we did this year. Yeah, we had, a couple different players, but not to the extent where like it changed the chemistry type shit. The one big clear difference was Mobley.
No, Mobley called. Remember I told you when y'all drafted, I said, bro, y'all got the steal of the drive, really.
I'm like, Mobley, out of all three of those dudes you talked about, he's the only one that changed the team's dynamic to a point where we went from a not in the playoffs to now in the playoffs. Okay, they still not in the playoffs. Scotty, yeah, he's with the Raptors, but they were a good team before he went there. Giddy, who's he with?
OKC.
Yeah, so I'm not even gonna talk about it. That's the
when we went to the game, remember he was that white boy going to
he's
work.
Good. He's good. He is good, but he's nowhere near Mobley. I'm like, Mobley's the only person who went to a team who wasn't in the playoffs.
Mobley booming on dudes. He hitting threes. He has a rip through game. He has a touch up game. Like he can really play, bro. Like Mobley really is cold.
And can we also talk about the fact that maybe some of Garland's growth and him being able to play is that Mobley is a
You know,
perfect compliment to
yeah,
him.
he has
And
good
freed
IQ.
up
He
some.
knows where to be. He doesn't need the ball to be
Let's talk
effective.
about it. Let's talk about it. That could be a very big factor as well. So let's not disrespect Mobley. I think he there. Sorry, y'all took that L though, man. I'm sorry, man.
That's whatever, man. I knew our hopes was done when AD twisted his ankle in February. More, I knew it was over.
Do you think AD ever comes back and he like what he used to be?
I don't know, bro. I ain't want to put my thought process into that, man.
You're hurting a little bit right now, man.
He's just weak, man. It's just when the team, he's like the last airbender. When the world needed him most, he vanished. Like he just.
How you feel about that? They went 27-45 last year.
It's probably it's because Siakam and Van Fleet, I think, were hurt last year. But the year before that, they was
Scotty also had a big impact. So okay, I didn't know they went. I thought they had a
Scotty nice. Don't get me wrong, like, but I'm like, I just give Mobley the nod just because I'm like the Cavs was really, really weak, like really, really weak.
And then
like,
also
the Raptors
too,
just came off a championship like not too long ago, bro, and they were still a playoff contender team.
And me being a Cavs fan, it's like we wasn't just weak last year. You know what I'm saying? We was weak multiple years after LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And the only time we was good was LeBron was there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like low ball was happening for us is unprecedented. And as much as Garland has had an amazing year, I still think a lot of it has to do with Evan Mobley. I think that's the reason why
he's just going with Scotty and Cade just because they're not because they're like more of a guard. You know what I'm saying? They doing the little moves or whatever. But I'm like,
it's prettier to watch.
Yeah, but I'm like, Mobley is really more impactful. He's gonna have a longer career as well. You're gonna see
because he's skillful. Nothing he does is based off his athleticism.
No,
he's not. I don't even think he's as athletic as Scotty and Cade.
No. I mean, he has some athleticism, but I'm like, he's just mobile. He can control his body. He has the, you know what I'm saying? He's coordinated.
That's how we see it. We do appreciate like when we watch it. So I get it. I get what you're saying. Why? Do they already have the rookie ladder out there? Who they saying like who's the top?
Yeah, Mobley was number 1 last time I checked, and then they had Cade 2 and then Scotty 3.
Because I like Cade's game. I think Cade's smooth, but I don't ever think he's going to be good enough to lead a team.
No, he's gonna have to have some help or go somewhere.
And then I see Scotty. I can see Scotty unless he makes leaps and bounds. I can see Scotty like a Siakam. I don't think Scotty's, Mobley's the one dude I can see that, he can average 20-10. But I don't necessarily see Mobley as a number 1 option too. But he's a number 1 option for us now.
No, it's Garland. He's like second.
I think Garland's second.
Garland leading y'all in scoring, bro.
I know, but if you watch the games, the big shots are taken by Mobley. Like the big moments.
Y'all played today, didn't you? No, y'all played yesterday. Did y'all win yesterday? No, y'all lost. Y'all got smacked by the Hawks. Oh, Mobley didn't play though.
Oh, what's good with it, Mr. DC Fitted? I thought because you had the same color as Jeff Barber, he was like Pelinka trash. We should have signed Ty Lue. I was like, damn, Barber, so you was a Laker fan this whole time. But no, so salute though, Mr. DC Fitted.
Facts. We should have up in here. Man, I don't even know why we kept Vogel the whole year, man. He should have been gone when we had him in the hot seat. He should have just got the boot.
But what you think? Put Fizdale there?
Something, man.
Yeah. I think y'all should put Fizdale there, man. I think LeBron works better with a player coach than a nigga who's a coach. And I don't think Vogel's ever been a player's coach. It was shown, and I think Pelinka or whoever made the decision to hire Pelinka, that was the reason why they did it. You know what I'm saying? I think it was in an effort to say, look, Bron, the Lakers is the Lakers, my nigga. You finna be retired, so I don't think you're gonna run this organization.
I think they really hired him because of Kobe, honestly, bro.
Vogel?
No, Pelinka.
Oh, yeah. But I'm talking about Vogel because I'm like, remember, Bron wanted Ty Lue. But he has such a big role because of what Zen just said. Personally, or what you think?
Crazy, man. It's just crazy.
Zen hurt a little bit right now. He didn't want to speak.
Bro, Magic Johnson drafted Lonzo Ball over Jason Tatum. I'll never forget it.
So that's what I'm talking about, though. But I'm like, that's why y'all can't blame Bron, bro. I'd be like, y'all be blaming Bron for y'all future, but I'm like, Lonzo was a solid
I'm
player.
not blaming
There
Bron,
was
but
things that
you gotta
happened.
you
Y'all
can't.
never had good management, bro. Y'all always been
That's
good at.
fine, but I'm
This
saying
is
when
the
you have
Lakers. It's Hollywood. I'm
influence,
gonna trade for a better player.
I'm just saying Bron has some accountability though, because his influence was saying, yes, AD is little bro. I want him here. Regardless if they listening to him or not, that's still Bron putting it in the atmosphere that's what he would want.
You sound crazy, bro.
Now, as far as how the deal goes down,
sound like you're blaming Bron more than you're blaming the motherfuckers in charge to pull
Didn't
the
I
trigger.
just tell you Magic Johnson drafted?
Miami Heat had the same influence from Bron. They put the right team around him. This nigga went to the Cavaliers, the right team around him. He went to the Lakers. Y'all did win the chip. But nigga, he's not the end all and be all. At the end of the day, if you talking about role players, that comes down to who y'all management, who the ownership is picking. That's not Bron, nigga. He's working on his game. That nigga don't have time to be consulting like that.
Facts. We should have got DeMar and Buddy. I can't believe I'm mad he even said that shit. I forgot we had those two people in our options.
But hey, man, Lakers fans are so fickle because none of y'all wanted Buddy. Y'all wanted Westbrook just like LeBron and
don't
just
say
like
that.
Else.
I said I wanted Buddy. Don't say that. I wanted Buddy. When we got Westbrook, I was like, okay, that's cool. I wanted DeMar though. I always wanted DeMar.
You couldn't get DeMar though.
But I'm saying I wanted DeMar out of everybody.
You couldn't get DeMar with AD there. That's not finna work. You can't get DeMar and have AD there. That's not working. Y'all already said AD. It's like y'all Laker fans be forgetting the essential part of everything. Y'all all agreed on giving the keys to Davis to drive the motherfucking whip.
I don't know why y'all keep saying y'all, man. I been knew it was Bron's team. I never said it was AD team. Even when y'all say,
look, Mr. DC fitted, like, because I'm a LeBron fan at the end of the day because he originated in Cleveland, but LeBron signed off on Westbrook. What does that mean, though? At the end of the day, you have to blame the management. They have to be like, nah, Bron, nah. We finna get this person. If y'all had Lowry, actually, that would work for y'all.
But Lowry already signed before we even got even a chance to get him.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry would actually work for y'all. Bro, I just don't understand. How can you, whenever has a basketball player, an athlete, had more power than the management, more power than the ownership? That's never been the case.
THT didn't play tonight. I forgot about him.
Can we talk about that? I don't understand why everyone puts everything on LeBron picking a team. Nigga, when have we ever heard about a player picking a team? The only time anyone has ever addressed that or made that an option is now. Am I wrong? And that, like, nigga, do you think that was Bron's choice? THT, Lakers love THT. They said that nigga was crazy.
Well, no, Bron for sure wanted THT. He said I had Rich Paul look at him since high school. That was my eye. I told him about him. Like, he wanted THT. That was like, he calls him a little bro for a reason. And he signed with Clutch Sports. Man,
do people know what does anybody know what business is? Like, Jesus Christ.
I'm just telling you, like, we drafted him second round and he didn't even really play.
Because Bron, that nigga drafts them, right?
I'm telling you, I'm just talking about the
Bron owns the Lakers, a dynasty where they won 1 million championships.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm talking about influence.
Because it's ridiculous. You're talking about a guy coming over and taking over a corporation that's been in place and has a certain system. So when Kawhi went to the Clippers,
did he not get? When Kawhi went to the Clippers, did he not get accommodated? Did he not say, I'm not coming to Paul George? So he had influence on what was going on. Did he not?
That has nothing to do with building a team and making a decision on who's getting signed.
But I'm saying, though, I'm talking about just influence. Kawhi had enough influence.
Let's break it down to the regular people. If you put yourself in a position where you have a reputation, where you take care of shit, and you one of the top people in that business, whatever the field you may be, guess what? If I work for a company, I'm getting paid something, and someone approaches me and say, hey, I want something, I can have certain stipulations when I come along. But guess how far those stipulations go? When they're met, that's where it stops. I'm not part of the corporate. Nigga, my name is not associated with that business where, hey, if it gets sold, I'm getting part of that motherfucker. I got stake. I got ownership. There's a difference. And it's like people don't understand that. Influence is different than the end all be all. I can have influence. I can be the top guy, and I can everything that's being decided on and everything that's being talked about, it could be ran through me because I have a big influence on the company. Hey, I'm going to talk to you about this. I'm going to do. But at the end of the day, the end all be all isn't based off of me. And it's like people is like it's like they keep on making it seem like LeBron owned these teams, and nigga, if you don't do this, you lose. That's not how it works. It don't matter how big the influence is. Money trumps everything.
I'm just saying, LeBron James, if he says something, it comes into accountability. If you are a management group and you feel like your decision making isn't that great, you might just say, you know what?
That's not how business works. You don't get to the top and you have $1 billion corporation where you don't feel like you're making the right decisions and someone comes in and influences your decision. You don't make that much money.
Saying $1 billion corporation, Blinka came into the organization. He wasn't no $1 billion nothing.
Blinka's not making the decisions.
So you're telling me Jenny Buss is making every decision?
Ownership. The niggas who have the most money
she the only one that owns the motherfucking team.
No, she's not. She has a team. It's her. She's the one who's in lead, but she has a team around her of people that she trusts and consultants that she's paying money and that they're talking about, and they're making the end all be all decision. That's how corporations work. That's go. Nothing's different. And I know I sound hard, but I speak the same way when it comes to boxing. It's like nothing different. It's like we be getting caught up into being like, oh, this athlete has this influence. None of these niggas have a bigger influence than the actual business and corporation. No one can come over to something that's been built on a particular name for a certain type of generation after generation and all of a sudden be able to switch the whole thing. It don't work that way. Business don't work that way, especially when we're talking about a billion. It might not be built, but millions and millions and millions and millions of dollar corporation. Shit goes how the end of the day, motherfucker who says it says, that's that they choose whether or not they want to listen to somebody. Okay. I'm gonna give you a shot. Let me see. That's how it goes. See, change all your night. Am I wrong? Tell me.
You could be wrong because you don't have these speculations. We both having. It's not like
I'm not having no speculation. I'm going off of how if you're running your own business,
but
you're going to allow
no. If you're acting
take
like
it all
LeBron,
out of it. No, take all this bullshit.
Has anybody ever been besides maybe Michael Jordan? Has anybody else been as big as LeBron?
Who cares? If you're running your business, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bro. If you have a business and you ran it, you built it from the ground up. Someone comes in and they're a star, and they're a big star, and they're making a whole lot of money, but it's your business. You gonna let them dictate your business and the decisions you make?
Not every decision, but if he has an influence and if he has an input, and I'm like, you know what, that kind of makes sense. I'm gonna hear what he's saying, and probably, you know, if I feel like
at the end of the day, your decisions are going to be based off if you feel like you think it's right or not, because it's your business.
But yeah, so I'm like, what makes you think Jenny doesn't think what he's saying isn't right?
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Bron ain't pulling the trigger. That's my point. Influence has nothing to do with end all be all. That's what I'm trying to get across. If it's my business and someone comes in and they're great, they become the biggest name on the planet. That's all they're talking about. Hell yeah, I'm gonna have pressure to be like, okay, I gotta cater to them. But at the end of the day, it's my business. I do what I want. And if I don't want to support this no more, I'm not. If I want to do what I want, I'm not. Because the end all be all come down to me. Because they, in their head, they be like, nigga, I'm giving you this platform. I agree to a no trade clause because I know what you can bring. But shit, if I gotta buy you out, there's always days numbered to if you're somewhat contracted to something. Ron knows that. That's why he has his own shit. Niggas getting older. So I'm like, I don't understand why people don't see that. I don't know. I don't understand why does it got to be Bron fans? Am I crazy? Let me know. I'd like to know.
I just made a point. I'm just saying, like, we don't know everything that goes behind the closed doors. We don't know who do. This is my opinion. I'm like, I feel like LeBron has some type of say. Did I say he was an end all be all? Never said that. I just said if he says something, they're gonna say, like, you know what, Bron, we're gonna take that to consideration. And you feel me? They might be like, you know what? I like what Bron was saying. You guys agree with he was kind of saying? We're gonna pull the trigger, regardless if that's their decision. Regardless, I'm saying they went
regardless
off
of your decision. If you're pulling a trigger, it's your decision. That's ownership.
I'm
Because
saying
you have the end all be all.
But I'm saying it's still it's like okay,
if you have to
I'm
sign
like
a contract
so
in your name,
but it's like this
and
though.
your
So
mama
it's like
says sign the contract, it's not your mama's decision. It's yours.
But I'm saying if we're in an
ownership.
organization though, say you feel me, we're in an organization and I say something, yeah, it might be his organization, but I'm like, I'm part of the organization. So if he feels like what I'm saying, and you feel me, you said the tongue is manipulative. Who's saying LeBron's not a great talker? Who's to say if he says something, motherfuckers ain't like, you know what? I had an idea, but you changed my idea just based off how you spoke. That's possible. You're making it seem like none of the things I'm saying is possible.
At the level you're talking about. You're talking about from an aspect of someone is in, you know what I'm saying, a regular 9 to 5. We're talking about 100, 200, $300 million corporations. And I'm like, I think that's what people aren't willing to grasp their head around. You'll never be able to understand what's going on. And I'm telling you, people whose their whole life revolves around a business where that type of money is being made. I'm telling you right now, influence, no. They allow people in their circle to talk for a reason. There's always something behind it. So that's all I'm saying, because you can lose so much more than what you can gain. So it is a different, like you can't disallow. It don't matter what they bring into the table. Nigga, AI had a big following. Man, you ain't finna come up here and have no say in this. How many times in this league have players been exceptional, phenomenal? People know about them, but they've never had a say in the office. But all of a sudden now, everyone wants to believe LeBron does.
I told you my opinion, bro.
I'm just like, explain that. I'm like, why now? All of a sudden, LeBron's the one who has all the control, but no one's ever thought that before about any other player. You don't think maybe that might be propaganda? If everyone has the same narrative, but they don't know the information, sounds like something that sounds good and we all can rock with, but don't know nothing behind it. We've never said this about any other player, but all of a sudden, absolutely. But does it get met? You guys, like, when it comes to business, if the contract is about to expire and they want to resign, a star player is actually he's actually in the negative when it comes to negotiation skill, depending on where he's at in his career. So you have to think about this. Think about it from like a regular aspect. Like, I'm in the office, I'm doing a great job, I'm making all these amazing sales, right? It's coming toward the end of the year. They're either deciding if they want to promote me or don't. If I'm doing a good job in the years, they're going to promote me. If I'm doing bad, we're going to revisit and we're going to talk about it. So if we're going to look at LeBron, if you're getting older, he's a commodity. He makes this amount of money. It comes in. Yeah, you might have some power in the negotiating aspect, but at the same time, people could look at LeBron and still say, oh, well, okay, you're older. I'm not saying he doesn't have power in the negotiation skill. And so y'all know too, Zen will he'll get tired of me, because, you know what I'm saying, I talk that shit. So he'll get tired of me and he'll need a break from me. Especially, we've been going 3 hours, so let's live. I'm talking about shit. So I'm like, you got to understand. That's how it goes sometimes. That's just part of business. It's like it's hard for me, because when I be watching, like it's because I take the same approach and aspect to basketball as I take to boxing. And it's like, a lot of people, when it comes to boxing, they want to be fans, they want to be this, they want to be that. They want to ignore the entirety of the fact that, look, hey, I know you feel like someone might be ducking someone, but a lot of times it's just business and they have no say in that. But people want to act like fighters have a say, and I want to fight this guy, and I want to fight this guy, and I want to fight this guy. But that's not the truth, man. They really don't have a say in that. It really comes down to what they motherfucking promoters and management say. And I'm just saying, it's no difference when you come to basketball. I know it's a bigger, a bigger business. We all know who the players are, et cetera, et cetera. But is it not funny that the narrative of LeBron being able to pick his own team is only with LeBron, but it's never been with no one else? That's all I'm saying. Well, I don't know. But I think that had more to do with the management. The own what's that dude's name? The tall dude. I don't think he wanted Mark Jackson. Yeah, he needed a break. He was getting tired of my shit.
No, I just had to go to the bathroom. You see, I've been slugging on that water.
He was tired of my shit. Don't let him fool you. We're going 3 hours. No, I'm playing. I don't remember last time we went this long.
Shit, had to be a UFC card.
Shit, that was a minute ago though. I think that was before the lapse.
Yeah, probably like last year.
Man. How you feeling though?
Shoot, I'm just turning the oven. I'm just about to make some food after this.
You good? How you feel? You want keep going, chopping up? You want to stop? How you feeling?
I mean, what else you want to talk about?
Shit, I don't know. I would just riff. I don't got nothing necessarily on the plate. You know what I'm saying? I just got up, took a little 2-minute break, come back, talk some shit. Tell niggas ready to move. Cause all I gotta do is warm my food up. I'm not tripping. I think I gotta wake up. I don't gotta wake up in the morning, but I'm not tripping because it's Friday night. I'll be up this late anyways. How you feeling, man?
I mean, we're gonna come back tomorrow, so let's come back tomorrow.
We is gonna be back tomorrow. All right, we're gonna call it. Zen called it. He wants to call it. We were going 3 hours anyways. I'm like, that's a long ass time. I don't remember last time we ever went this long. Other than like a long ass boxing card or something. Usually that's only like 2 hours and like
it's really UFC, but their cars have just been trash.
That's a fact.
It's crazy. Dana was good during the pandemic and then just got weak.
Well,
dang, supposedly I said something about Bronny. That boy just popped up on my feed. Ain't that crazy?
Hey, Google listening to your ass, nigga.
This man out here diming these niggas.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we changing the whole game, nigga.
I'm not gonna lie, Bronny be trying to play defense though.
Bronny's a good player. I think y'all be too hard. I think he's gonna be a
I didn't say he wasn't a good player. I'm just saying, like, as far as just like being drafted, I feel like it's just too predetermined right now. I'm like, he's not even the best in his class.
I'm just saying, most niggas that are juniors, when we're talking about NBA, you won't have an idea. So, nah, I don't watch the NCAA. Like, really, honestly, if you want to be 100 with you, I'm gonna be real. I don't even follow the NBA like that. Oh, I heard about DJ Wagner Jr. I saw the game they had. I watched that Bronny versus DJ Wagner Jr.
Yeah, DJ Wagner, nice.
That's great.
He might be better than his daddy.
Yeah, I know. He is gonna be better than daddy. I seen it off the bat. He's gonna be better. I'm from Jersey. Salute to you, Mr. DC Fitted. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. I don't know if this is the first time you being part of the stream. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, that like button, man. Be part of the family. We usually be doing boxing, but with playoffs coming in, we're gonna be doing more basketball too.
I just want to know how the East is going to pan out because I feel like 1 through 8 is going to be all good first round series. Like, I don't think not one series is going to be weak. In the West, it depends. If the Lakers can get that 8th seed, I'm interested in that Suns Lakers series. But the way we lost tonight, it's over for us. We packing our bags to Cancun.
You gotta let that go, man. Y'all weak, man. Y'all weak. I'm not even trying to be mean, but y'all not.
I better hope. You just better hope the Cavs don't smoke it, man, because they was in that 6th, 5th seed the whole year. Now they just didn't drop,
bruh. I'm like, we might smoke it, but if we make it, we finna not get past the first round. I know that, but I'm gonna be there for the first round. Just
the bad thing is, I just googled it. Mobley just sprained his ankle.
Yeah, we not. They trying to make sure we don't make it. They probably trying to put something up in there to make it more exciting type shit. You know how the game go.
They probably want the Hornets in there. That's probably why they want the Hornets and the Nets. So they just like, Cleveland.
The Nets are below us.
No, y'all above. Y'all saw 7th, and then the 8th is the Nets, and then the Charlotte 9th, and then it's the Hawks 10th.
Oh yeah, they don't want us in there. I'm like, nigga, they can get LaMelo in there, nigga. Nets, Brooklyn.
Damn, this dude Ebony just disrespected us, man.
Yeah, I know. We look young, nigga, but I know exactly who the Undertaker
Bro, we was watching when the D-Generation X and Stone Cold and The Rock. What is he talking about? We don't know about what Undertaker, the Brothers of Destruction. I was there when Undertaker was the dead man.
Start now. I thought this nigga want to get off live, nigga.
Nah, because he out here disrespecting. He went from the dead man, and then he went to his rock and roll. Keep rolling. He's coming with that bite. Remember? He was coming with that bite, and then he went right back to the dead man. I was there for all that. I remember when he got a streak broken at WrestleMania. Boy, don't disrespect me. I know about the Undertaker. What?
To this day, man, best Randy Orton, my favorite, man. To this day, man, y'all don't know what he was like in the
I like
payday,
Shawn
man.
Michaels though. That
Different,
Sweet Chin
man.
music was crazy. No, Jeff Hardy.
I did love Shawn Michaels.
I like Jeff Hardy though. Jeff Hardy's still one of the craziest dudes to do it, man.
But we talk about like niggas don't really talk about like I was there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You got the Boogeyman, nigga. You got
that RKO. You did like that RKO. You like RKO.
Sheldon Benjamin, Stone Cold Steve. I get out here, nigga. I was a Biggie I was nigga in my early 20s. I was a Biggie Langston fan before this nigga became who he is today. I called that nigga before anybody, man.
And you know what's crazy?
Old days, man.
If Stone Cold couldn't even survive in this era, bro. Like he used to what's it called?
Facts.
He used to torture
like
Vince McMahon.
Trolling like a motherfucker.
He
gotta be trolling. Ain't no way.
Vince McMahon. What is this smoke? Hold on.
Probably because you got the oven on, nigga. You said you was heating some shit up.
But I'm like, I don't know why it's smoking though. I don't got nothing in there.
Probably just because it's too hot.
How? What you mean too hot?
There's a possibility. You could if you probably put it up too hot, you know. Nigga, I done that before. I'd be like, what the fuck? Why this shit so goddamn hot? I don't even know what's going on. Salute to the people though. We're gonna be back tomorrow for sure. Good night for sure. Hey, y'all came through heavy. I'm looking at the community tab. Y'all be fucking with the post, man. Y'all be mad responsive on the post now, man. I'm gonna drop a post. Y'all always be seeing like the last one though. It's like y'all be missing the ones earlier, and you always get like the last one. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just choosing. Mr. DC Fitted, he coming at you. He said he can't cook. He ain't had nothing in there yet though.
Crazy, man.
That's what I was thinking too.
My mom had cooked something, and probably the juices from the chicken fell off on the bottom, so it's on burning. The bottom.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sweet. Yeah, usually when it's smoking, you just it's probably like some grease or something up in there. You gotta get up out of there.
Yeah, I gotta just clean it. I forgot though.
Man, I'm mad because my tummy, it was hurting, and so I got some real clean shit, and I wish I would have not did that. But at the same time, it's late, so I don't even need to be eating heavy like that where I'm at. So
my bad for that noise, y'all. I had to turn the fan on because it got real smoky in here.
Nah, you good? What time you want to go live tomorrow? Just like later in the night or some shit? Because I don't think there's no fights tomorrow.
Well, if you want to go live for that Duke game, it started at like 6.
I guess I ain't gonna give a fuck about it, but. Was that the national championship or something?
It's Final Four.
Because I don't think there's nothing else to watch that night. I don't think there's no boxing.
Yeah, if you want to watch that come on at 6.
Your time or my time?
Your 8 your time.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's like basically a game. I mean a fight. So yeah, I'll be down. There's probably gonna be some basketball. Other basketball games too. Hey, appreciate you, Mr. DC Fitted. Yeah, man. Like we're gonna be doing more. Like usually we be doing boxing talk and all that type of stuff, but you know what I'm saying when the basketball side of the game is right, we're gonna get on it. Because you know, Zen is a beast at basketball. So we do talk about basketball, but you know how it is. It's gotta be right. Games change nowadays. Goddamn it. Final Four tomorrow. So yeah, all right, let's do it then. All right, I'm down. 8 o'clock my time?
Yeah.
Okay. It might be, you know me. I might end up being a little bit later.
Appreciate you.
8:30. Yeah, appreciate that, Mr. DC Fitted. Salute to you. So it might be like 8:15, 8:30, but that would probably still be cool, right?
You should check out his other videos. He made some videos on Tank recently.
Oh man. I'm a Rolly fan. I'm a Javante Tank Davis fan though too. Honestly, I got Tank, but see, I don't know nothing about the Grammys though. That's the thing.
I ain't gonna lie for no Grammys. I ain't gonna lie to you, Ebony. We ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna sit through all that.
I don't know nothing about the Grammys.
I don't even care about the Grammys.
If Will Smith was gonna be there, I'll go live.
They probably not gonna invite his ass to nothing else, man.
No, you see, he withdrew from the board or whatever. Like that nigga, he withdrew from the. They said that he still can keep his Oscar, he can still get nominated, all that stuff, but he withdrew type shit. But anyways, man, we ain't done a live like this in a minute, so that's dope, man. That's nostalgia right there. So I enjoyed it. It was appreciate it. Appreciate everyone in there. Appreciate you, Mr. DC Fitted, for being a new subscriber, man. Joining the Black Goose family. Salute to you. Ebony Sweet, we appreciate you hopping up in here, man, making the live popping, man. Anything you want to say to people? But we out of here, Sid.
Nah, man, just be blessed, man. Try to day by day.
Absolutely. Be blessed, positive, stay up. And you know what I'm saying? Talk to your loved ones and talk to people you ain't checked in for a minute, man. Sometimes just those few words will help them. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But much love. We out of here. We're gonna be back tomorrow, apparently, for the Final Four. So look out for us. No boxing videos tonight. I'll get y'all a couple tomorrow though. And then once again, we're going live for that Final Four. So salute to people. We out here. Appreciate everybody. As always, if you're doing a rewatch on this, hit that subscribe button, like the video.